The only other question I'd like to ask you is, if you mind giving your opinion on this, do you think that uniformed RCMP members should investigate complaints against other RCMP members? Do you think that if I complain about the police, do you think that a uniformed RCMP member should come and investigate a complaint?
Against that person, like you're talking public complaints?
Yeah. Do you think uniformed RCMP officers... He said no. June 29th. As soon as I started my engine, he's friendly. The little guy waved at me because he's friendly. He's not a bad kid. But the neighbor is harassing me through the police. The neighbor harasses me through the police, and this is how he does it. Every time I start my engine, he phones the police and puts in some kind of complaint. That's how the neighbor harasses me, through the police. So this is part of the investigation that's going on into the police. That's how the neighbor harasses me through the police.
It was actually Keith Kosior was coaching the neighbors to harass me for him. This was actually Keith Kosior's wife stalking me for him.
My camera on sooner was because I didn't want to include everybody else, but that's the fucking
John
Preston or Kosior
harassing me days before the complaint was misled by Nielmeyer.
We're gonna scoot through this yard. There is no trespassing signs, so I'm running through this yard just to see what kind of bullshit he's pulling on me, because he'll say, oh, I was just driving down Main Street, but he wasn't. He's circling around right now. He'll be coming back up, trying to get behind me here. So I'll walk over here and cut him off. Well, I guess the little skycle did go down that way. Must be. Dust seems to be going that way. Well, we're looking for him. No doubt about that one. I think I'm going to have to record them all the time. It's not worth it. They think that I'm not recording them, so they start harassing me again. Well, I think I'm going to record everybody fucking 24 hours a day. Whether you like it or not.
Remember, this is 4 years ago, you know? Five.
See what I told you? You see what I told you? You see what I told you? It's exactly what I said. Time for another complaint.
Because he tried to murder me. He went head on 33 highway, drove me off the road. Because he tried to murder me. He went head on 33 highway, drove me off the road. Yeah, he tried to kill me. He drove head on towards me. And then he accuses me. Then he accuses me of pointing a laser pointer at him when it was my GoPro. This is what they did next. Couple days.
Like it's on right now. It's looking at you. You're looking at it.
Yeah, but so like when you point that, does it?
Well, I mean, it looks like red. In the nighttime, it would look red. Hey, man!
I was just over your house.
Are you serious?
Yeah, how are you doing?
Well, I'm glad you went there, because maybe you'll scare the bad guys away. But you know what she said? She told me it might...
Yeah, so they were pounding on my door, so I left. And I went down to this depot to have some, like, camera action covering what the fuck's going on. Because I knew they were fucking stalking me like gangsters. Lying pieces of... I mean, pardon me, but, you know, I'm sorry. This really makes me mad because I have to sit here dwelling in their misery. This is Kosior's fault. And Nielmeyer and Horton. And Sims and Jones. And Mitch and Gary and Lorna.
That's what you do.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
But so, okay, so when you're driving at night, this lens looks red.
Watch how Sims is hiding, right? Freaking piece of crap.
That's what you do.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
But so, okay, so when you're driving at night, this lens looks red.
That's probably what they think it's a laser.
How's it going, man? You got your window down yet? Not much, eh? It's a beautiful storm. Isn't that rank? I enjoyed watching you play baseball.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for coming out.
No kidding.
It was my first game in a while. So
Really?
A little rusty,
But you're playing for a beer league.
Sure enough.
Oh, well. What do you know? It's recreation, right?
Exactly.
Not much anything else than that. How's the highway?
It's actually, I just came from Stoughton and it was raining up until maybe past...
He's trying to create a crime.
At
He's
all,
threatening
or
me.
just
This
like
is threats and intimidation is what he's doing. There's no reason for him to be there.
But then I got here and there's nothing.
Yeah, but the road wasn't wet though, right?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, there was
so-
like about 20 drops. I caught probably about 3 of them in my mouth, and I started to go out there. I was going to go out in the field and try to record some lightning.
Yeah.
I'm scared of coyotes.
Yeah, I wouldn't go out there.
Well, that's the thing. See, now, everything's coming out to cool off and to get the water, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
So the rabbits will be out there, and all the coyotes come out to chase the rabbits, and the foxes will be out there.
Yeah. And they come out in packs too, right? So.
Well, yeah. Especially, you know, there is a big pack that roams right here, eh?
Oh, really?
Like right here next to my place.
Did you get them on video?
Nope, they won't come in my yard though. They don't like the smell of a human. That's the only thing. But there's lots of turds there, eh?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and those are coyote turds. Because it looks like dog turd, only it's got a lot of hair in it.
Oh, okay.
Because they eat a lot of hair too.
Lots of turds there.
Yeah, if you look there.
What do I know? I'm just making shit up.
I think it's because of the slow brush.
Watch animals walk by the yard.
But it sure is nice. Man, it's a nice cool breeze.
Yeah, it's pretty to look at. I wonder when we're going to get rain here, though.
Never.
You don't think
Like,
so?
seriously, man, no. No, there's no rain coming here though.
Oh, so it should. It was east in Stoughton, and it looks like it's raining further west. So.
Like, it's a big wind storm, but it just seems like by Sedley or Tyven, and then to what the heck's that other one? Francis. But it never gets here. Between here and Creelman, no rain. No rain. It sure would.
We need
through it because people could have a barbecue decently. Somebody had a fire going, like a pit or something, because you could smell wood burning.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, as long as the wind isn't blowing so hard. But did you feel that wind? There's a great big wind about 25 minutes ago, and it was just huge. Like, I mean, it blew so bad, the dust came, like big cloud of dust came into the sky. So, like, that's what I'm afraid of, is a night tornado, eh?
Yeah.
Because it's just too hot, and there's no moisture to stop that electrostatic charge.
Yeah.
Did you see the sky the other day? There's a big circle in the sky around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was huge, man. I did a video on that. It was beautiful. Other than that, I don't know. It's pretty dead around here.
Electrostatic charge. And there was a fire ban.
Yeah, so did my bike. It ran out of gas.
Are you fixing it or?
No. I just started it up, had a little drive, like to the end of the driveway.
Oh,
That's it. No plates, man.
Oh no, please.
That's all I need is like a freaking $10,000 fine. My bike get impounded.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford it, man.
As someone called earlier saying that they heard you revving it and stuff.
Really?
But
Too bad. They should have came out and enjoyed the,
what's what I said?
like, you know.
Well, did you tell them to stop earlier?
Well, put it this way. My neighbor starts his truck and has it idling all winter at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I came out, I'd be way more scared if you could pull out your gun and point it at me. Anyway, see you later, man.
All right.
Everything he says is bullshit. My fucking neighbors,
Go
I
get
have
somebody
stock
that
bikes
really is in
right
trouble or causing shit. All I did was start my bike and drive in my yard, man. I wouldn't can't afford the tickets.
And that's what I said. As long as it's not excessive, like, you know.
Like, seriously? You should watch that guy for drinking and driving. See you, man.
We'll do RT.
Have fun.
All right, thanks.
Go get some drunks. See you, man. Peace.
Yeah, and you'll notice at the end there, he's got a call that there's people driving at a high rate of speed recklessly on 33 highway, and this fucking idiot has fucking wasted fucking half an hour. Like he said, he took him a half an hour to drive there, and he wasted all that fucking time coming there and fucking harassing me because my neighbors are fucking pieces of shit. They're sitting outside drinking and having a fire during a fire ban, and then they fucking said that my bike is revving up. Fucking tank was empty. I was fucking draining the fucking gas tank, and the fucking thing has stock fucking mufflers, you fucking piece of shit, lying piece of shit. Fuck you. And so we continue how they fucking harassed me. Fuck you, pig Nielmeyer, you fucking piece of shit, Kosior. Suck Sims off, you fucking fucking gooks. Fuck off and die. I don't give a fuck less if you fucking listen or you don't fucking listen. This is the fucking reality, you cocksuckers. Suck my ass.
After the storm,
Fuck y'all.
and they left me a little message. They tore down my video surveillance sign, and they wrapped up a dead bird in one of my signs and
Dukes.
left it there. But they were way past the corner of my foundation is, right? My camera's blocked.
Oh,
So I
you
couldn't
kept
see,
it.
but you know what I mean? I know they were there, and they left this dead bird there.
It's still there?
Well, I picked it up, I was going to show it to people, but I can show you where they left it.
Yeah. Oh,
You know what I mean, though? Like, and so that's kind of like,
That Sims is a fucking stalker, fucking Kosior, fucking stalkers.
no signs of it for a long time. They were deliberately ripped off.
Oh, okay. How were they held up?
Like 60 staples. I
Oh,
put so many
wow.
staples in that they would not do that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so somebody is like, see, that's like a you know, like a strange kind of way to, like, you know,
Yeah.
that's a
I don't know if
strange thing.
anyone, yeah, it just seems
Seems kind of
unusual
strange.
for anyone to,
Kind of psycho. to have a
Yeah.
dead bird and to have the dead bird and to wrap it up in my sign after you tear it off. Dude, those signs have been there for a long time. And in fact, I've taken them down and like the sign with the board still and moved them. They've been there for years. And they
nothing
haven't
on your
came
video system?
off. No, they're not. It's not. Because I'll tell you, that's why I'm so worked up right now. Because I've been looking at that video since the last 2 hours.
So they tore your no trespassing sign on?
Yep. 2 of them. And they came right into my yard, right? You know where the wall is? Okay, I had a no trespassing video sign right there. And they came all the way around that corner there.
Okay.
Okay? And I have a camera there.
And what about the bird?
Yeah, the bird was right by the no trespassing, by the video sign. So that's beautiful. And I know when that bird wasn't there yesterday because I mowed my lawn yesterday. I did all that, and the signs were all fine. And then even last night when I went around there last night before the storm, okay, and then when the lightning storm, the lightning and the rain, then after that my cameras were fogged up. But I didn't even work.
Oh, okay.
Is there an injured bird over there?
No,
Somebody took the
tore
bird.
signs down and left a dead bird in his yard.
Oh, really?
So it's kind of like a mafia kind of threat as far as I'm concerned.
Is that Hells Angel? That's something Hells Angel that's done now, you think? Or you don't know?
I don't wear my patch anymore. I haven't talked to them. You know, who knows? Who knows? Because they're petty. If that's the kind of people who do that, is pettiness.
Yeah.
Like to me, honestly, if you have an issue, you know,
Yeah, just talk about it. And that's the best. Nobody does that anymore.
Yeah.
Over, man.
All right, I'll start a file just so we have something for information
Well,
purposes.
And the thing is that
It's documented.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying to you is I feel threatened. Okay. By that.
Where was it
Now,
again? What part of your house? What part of your house?
Okay, you know where the wall is, where the foundation is, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I have that wall built there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so they came right to that corner and tore those signs out right there in my yard. Well in my yard. In the hedges, right there.
What time
right
was it?
Yeah, like 1:30, right? Storm ended at 1:30.
Okay, so sometime after that. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll start doing some patrols by
Yeah.
in back alley.
Well,
no,
I'll document it on a file just so we have some
But you
info.
understand if someone did that to you or someone did that to any citizen,
No, I
it's
understand.
kind
Yeah.
of creepy, right?
Well,
and
yeah,
so
yeah.
how do you respond to people like that? You know
Well,
what I mean? You
unfortunately,
protect yourself.
yeah,
in
we have
any
no
way.
other evidence of
So
who it was.
that's
So.
the right of the citizens to defend themselves in any way possible without reprisal.
Well, yeah, but
Well,
but
you
get-
can't do that.
So,
no.
okay, so listen to me,
reasonable
though.
force, though, right?
Yeah,
You
so
can't-
listen to me. I will rely on you as these officers to protect me and
Yeah, so
guard
you call
and ensure
911
my
right
rights.
away if you're concerned about
You
something
understand
like
me,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
that. Yeah, we
Okay,
do.
so remember, I'm a dog with my tail between my legs. I
Yeah.
will run away from danger. Okay?
Yeah.
Sooner or later.
Hey, I want you to remember, now watch the camera and how the camera changes now,
You
okay?
don't want to live by them.
Yeah.
Because this is a divine intervention thing coming up here right now. 1, 2, 3. There's only one person that's telling the truth here besides me, and she's the only other honest person in the whole crowd.
But if somebody attacks me, I'm got to defend myself.
Yeah, but call us in the
Point
meantime.
blank.
Call us. I'll talk to you later.
You do understand that how it is for you
Oh, yeah.
and how it is for me, though,
No, I know exactly what
right?
you're saying.
You have to know that I have to defend my
Can you
rights.
just put your camera away? I don't like it when you videotape things.
I already recorded this whole conversation.
Okay.
See you guys. Thanks, man.
No worries. Take care, buddy.
See you. We have to defend ourselves, don't we, right? Because I trust you guys.
The camera
See you,
went white all by itself. You see
Sister.
that?
Happy day.
See, she didn't want to be recorded. The
If it
camera
was you
actually
that
did
did
it all by
that,
itself.
then you know what I mean,
That's
right?
honest fact. The camera,
See ya.
the video shut off all by itself because you know what? Jones was a rookie, and she was the only other innocent victim of Kosior too. As an RCMP officer, she was mistrained by these fucking pieces of shit. She was misled by Kosior and Nielmeyer and these other fucking clowns too. I think Jones is the only other person that has integrity in the whole RCMP barracks. I say kudos to Melissa Jones. She was better, and she is still a better officer than Kosior, Nielmeyer, Henninger, all of those motherfuckers put together. I'd say Constable Jones was the only honest person in that whole fucking barracks at that time. There's no doubt about it. She was the only honest person in the whole fucking barracks. She was being mistrained, and she was being misled by Kosior. And Henninger, I think, was the one that was responsible for the bird. Because you listen to the way he talks. And I'll tell you, just knowing him and talking to him, I talked to him so many times, and he candidly, and I'll tell you, I have recordings of Henninger talking candidly when he didn't know I was recording him. I'll fucking look those up. I'll fucking play those. But this is the real fucking meat and bones and fucking potatoes of the whole fucking thing here. These fuckers lied to their own fucking complaints commission, and they have a habit of doing that. And that's the way they fucking operate. They are gangsters, and they don't care who they fuck up along the way, whether it's even Melissa Jones. Melissa Jones had a good reputation until they did this. That's the only reason that I have her name in my mouth, is because of those motherfucking pieces of shit. They fucking did it to everybody. And same with Fillmore. It's fucking Kosior's responsibility. You go and fuck him up and tell him he's a piece of shit. That's why he doesn't fucking... If he does run that barracks, I'll tell you, I'll be down there with a fucking sign. I fucking promise you, motherfucking pieces of shit, that you come in my yard, it'll be a fucking different story. And I don't give a fuck how the fucking RCMP come up. If you fuck around, I'll be down there. When I come there and anything's fucked up, you will fucking pay the price. I fucking promise you. I'm sick and tired of paying the price for fucking Kosior fucking harassing me and Nielmeyer fucking carrying forth and breaking the fucking laws. I am sick and tired of being in this fucking shithole because I have fucking put my life on hold for 5 fucking years, you cocksuckers. And I have fucking entitlement to be enraged at you cocksucking pieces of shit, you red-coated fucking coward pieces of shit. And Seal, get the fuck off your knees and start fucking, you fucking, Seal's a piece of shit too, he's a dumb dinkhead. Fuck, you have one of the number, and that other bitch in Regina is a dumb dinkhead too. People are dinkheads. It doesn't matter what fucking police force you work for, as a matter of fact. But you don't fucking be a dinkhead to me anymore, because I'm not taking your dinkhead. You fucking brainless bunch of dinks. Take that, cut it out, and fucking edit it, put it everywhere you fucking want, you cocksucking fucking street trolling motherfucking pieces of shit. So suck my ass, let's continue. Here we fucking go, bitch.
To the real contemptuous society. And we see what progress does.
Insult us, harass us, and commit crimes against us.
Subjects were worried about confirming that stereotype, and that affected their performance. Well, how does that work? How is it that stereotype threat can actually influence someone's performance on some type of test? Well, think about it this way. If you're worried about confirming someone's stereotypes, that you're not as smart as members of another group, that's going to increase your anxiety level. And not only is it going to increase your anxiety level, you're going to have to deal with a lot of distracting thoughts about avoiding failure. Now, of course, if you've got that going on in your mind, you're kind of losing your focus. And if you're losing your focus and you're spending your mental energy on other things, worry, you also have a loss of cognitive resources. You only have so much mental energy that you can spare. And if you're worrying about things and you're anxious about things, you can't really focus on performing well on the task at hand. Well, there's a feedback loop involved there, because as you worry about these things and you have problems with the task, that's going to activate more negative thoughts and more worries and more concerns about failure. Stereotype threat can also affect one's self-concept, and this is where things get kind of scary. Chronic stereotype disidentify with intelligence. Disidentify with intelligence, essentially they no longer see intelligence as an important part of their self-esteem or their personal identity. That's obviously not good for them. It essentially forces them to tune out. They don't work as hard. They perform worse. It's more likely to happen when the target person really stands out. It's also more likely to happen if the target person is frequently victimized by the group.
Whereabouts do you live?
Right there in my van. That's where I live. Yep.
I don't think you can live in your van.
I sure can. There's thousands, actually hundreds of thousands of people in Canada that live in their vehicles. Yeah. And that actually is my property, and I can park there for as long as I want. You know that?
Yeah, you can park there for sure.
Absolutely. And I'm not bothering anybody, so nobody should come and bother me.
If you don't have any running water or anything, you might not be able to stay there under the bylaws.
Oh no, I'm camping. I can camp as long as I want to right now. I don't have a toilet here, but in my camper I do.
Oh, okay.
Every half hour or 20 minutes on... every 20 minutes, there he comes back. Same stalker here every 20 minutes.
The pressure is really on to fill their freezers so they have enough meat to last through the winter.
This truck here I've seen about 200 times at least. If you want to come and pick up this whole DVR recording system, it's 1 terabyte. You can count how many times he drives by here, and he's got some kind of light that he shines on my property here when he goes by. I'd like him to be charged with harassment. Oh, that's right too. He's not doing anything illegal. He's just being a fucking jerk. Grow up.
Say what?
What are you doing with that?
It's a camera. I'm photographing you right now.
Why?
Because you're harassing me.
I'm not harassing you.
Well, then what is it your business what I'm doing with my camera?
Why are you pointing it at
Anybody can do anything in public they want with their cameras.
Why are you pointing at me? That's my question.
Because you decided to come over and harass me.
I stopped at the stop sign. You started pointing at me.
No, you started.
Two hours later. Let's keep this going because then it'll tell you. He drove down the street. He did not go home. Now if he was going to...
Say what?
What are you doing with that?
It's a camera. I'm photographing you right now.
Why?
Because you're harassing me.
I'm not harassing you.
Well, then what is it your business what I'm doing with my camera?
Why are you pointing it at me?
Anybody can do anything in public they want with their cameras.
Why are you pointing at me? That's my question.
Because you decided to come over and harass me.
I stopped at the stop sign. You started pointing at me.
No, you started harassing me. You stopped there. You were coming here to harass me.
What's that over there?
If you
Stop
want
sign.
to have a complaint against you, just keep going.
Go ahead. Sheldon Preston. That's my name. Don't forget
Okay,
it.
you got your complaint, my friend. You just admitted to harassing me. You
just admitted to harassing
me.
They all
That's
look.
the kind of
They all
attitude
look
you
alike.
have.
So
That's the
who do
kind
you
of
know?
attitude you have. Bad
Only
attitude.
the name you get.
Bad attitude. You've got a bad attitude, my friend. Bad attitude. Bad idea. Prick. And I don't mind saying that on camera, because this guy is a prick.
So they all look alike. They all wear glasses. They all have the short hair. Look at this guy. Looks like any other goofball roundhead guy. So they only gave me one name. I didn't know who the fuck the name was yet for sure. I wasn't certain. I knew now. Now I do because they told me, right? Two hours later. Let's keep this going because then it'll tell you. He drove down the street. He did not go home. Now if he was going to his house, which is a corner down there, and drive around down into the cul-de-sac, it wouldn't take that officer that long. It would be a lot longer time if he went into his house. Now he's coming right back. Here it is. 2.5 minutes later, here he is again. Stalker! So we go back. Now we go back to where it's summer again. And, you know, of course, the Sims, the no noise harassment complaint, and then the bird thing, right? The bird.
And they left me a little message. They tore down my video surveillance sign, and they wrapped up a dead bird in one of my signs and left it there.
Time because that was winter before. That was prior to the summer. Now this is September, August, September, June, July, August, September. leading up to the 10 days in September where they fucking intensely stalked me. And so this is, I filed a complaint against Sims. Sims tries to kill me, drives me off the road. I complained to the RCMP about him trying to kill me, murder me, fucking head on. He was driving like a fucking animal. He's driving over 160 kilometers an hour because I couldn't keep up to him. I was doing 150. That bike was bagged right to the fucking pin, and I couldn't keep up to him. And his BMW chased him, got his license number, reported him to the RCMP, filed a complaint against him. Then he comes and does the no noise complaint, right? Where I'm not making noise, but he's fucking harassing me and threatening me, intimidating me. Then he does the GoPro thing. Oh, that's the red lights flashing. Oh, I can see that. Jones becomes looped in there because of that video. That's where she becomes looped in. And then where the bird is, that's where she gets totally looped into the thing. So Kosior coaches her to start harassing me because she was the only one that did not have a direct link to me yet. She was the only one that could file charges against me because of the fact that the rest of them had a proven track record of already harassing me. I had put complaints against Henniger. I had put a complaint against Kosior. I had put a complaint against Sims, all as unknown officers. I didn't know their names. They all look alike. I put a complaint against Preston because I thought it was Kosior. Because look at the doughhead looking guys. That's how they look. They all look alike. They all drive the same cars. It's like a gang, right? It's so like the identity is removed on purpose. They remove their identities on purpose so they can break the law. If these guys had a life other than what? If they had a life other than what it is, they would be criminals. And they are criminals, but they're allowed to be criminals by what? It's a vested impunity. They are impunious, right? Their minds are impunious. They don't care about life or death for anyone else. All they care about is that red-coated fucking man. That thing is, I mean, why would anybody want to wear a mothballed fucking uniform anyways? All those uniforms stink. They all stink. They all stink, man. They've been dry cleaned too many times. It's time to get rid of wool in the summertime. Anyways, they're clowns. But here's a clown. Look at the clown look on his face. Now, is that not impertinence? That is impertinence and impetuous. He's impertinent, impetuous, and impunious. He's impunious. He does not care. Look at the forehead on that motherfucker. All he thinks about is that, making his head swell. That's all he cares about. Send it to him. Tell him the link. Nielmeyer, are you listening? Kosior, are you listening? I hope you are. Drive around in your fucking car now all day, pissed off, giving people tickets for no reason because you're mad at me. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck less. Be mad. I hope you are. And if you're not, somebody send him the link so he can get pissed off. I hope so. You're a bunch of fucking cowards. Fucking come over here and let's talk man to man like you fucking cowards tried to kill me after I fucking wanted fucking gentleman's agreement. Not with you, you coward piece of shit. Okay, let's go. You're a fucking coward, Kosior. Nielmeyer, you're fucking worse. Covered up for another coward. Cowards. Sims, you fucking snivelly nosed fucking piece of shit. You were making noise. The radio's going off where fucking there's somebody gonna fucking murder somebody because they're drinking and driving like maniacs. But you drive like a maniac, Sims. Have you slowed down yet? Maybe you're at some other depot now killing somebody on the highway with your fucking maniac driving fucking at it, you piece of shit. I don't give a fuck. You got the link, bitch? Send a link to fucking Sims too. Pieces of shit. Send this to your headquarters and fucking you can snatch and grab it because that's what you do. Trumpism. That's what the RCMP said. They're snatch grabbers. They're snatch and grabs. They use snatch and grab software to get my videos. Donald Trump, you're snatch and grabs. Fucking pieces of shit. You know how many fucking cowards have been charged like that? Cowards. Fucking cowards. Change your attitude before I slap you out. Sick and tired of you fucking red-coated cowards. Send them the link. Tell them I'm talking about them like I don't like them. Because I fucking don't like them. Cowards. Anyways, let's continue on with the fucking bullshit.
Man. And you guys are so nasty to the whole world. Oh, look at this truck. S10 or S15. You guys are so nasty.
I was still maintaining a good attitude towards all people, and I still do. It's the cowards that infuriate me. There's no doubt about it. Fucking cowards. Hide in the dark. Cowards. Anyway, so the cowards. Here's Sims the coward stalking me. And this is where it starts right here, guys. This is the real stalker. This Kosior would have came and shot me if the Reverend wouldn't have been there. But he couldn't shoot the Reverend, so couldn't shoot me. Couldn't harass me. If I would have said no to him, he would have shot me or something. He's a fucking murderer, piece of shit, coward. Coward. Coward.
Okay. Nice church, right? There's a white BMW and the white Jeep. (762) KHJ.
I had complained about the RCMP, about Kosior, Preston, Nielmeyer, whatever. They told me, get the license numbers of these vehicles. If these people are using their private vehicles, get their license numbers so we can confirm that they are harassing you. There you go, guys. There's the evidence that Jones and Sims were stalking me. I saw them. I walked into my yard. I'm in my yard. I fucking just like, I mean, it's a small town. You see everything, every motion for everywhere. I saw these two cars parked there and I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? I looked out. Well, sure enough. And then I remembered, well, that BMW went flying by here early this morning. And that was Sims in the BMW. I said, that's that fucking guy that tried to kill me. And I looked and I'm like, holy fuck. And so I got on my bike really quick. I drove out the street while they were still parked there, turned around really quick and stopped and filmed them meeting because they were conspiring to harass me. They were conspiring to harass me at the time. And I was like, what the fuck? And so right away, Jones panics, takes off, goes driving down the street. So I said, okay, followed her down the street. She goes down to the store. And I'm like, okay. So I drove by, got her fucking license number there while I was behind her because she pulls out right away. I went, okay, there you go. I sent an email to the Complaints Commission with the license numbers and just that video of Jones and me driving behind her down the street to the store. And I said, this is one of the vehicles that's been harassing me. I think it's the female RCMP constable in Fillmore. Here's her license number. Here's the video. They never got back to me yet till 5 years later. Now is when they got back to me. That's how long it took them to get back to me here. Because Nielmeyer, but Kosior does this, right? Moments later, this is like I walked down the street, went to the restaurant. I played the VLTs. I won $80, I think it was. I only had $5, so I was short on cash. So I said, well, I'm going to go down there, put that 5 in. I know the bank is going to give me 80 or 100 because every time I play VLTs, I'm really extremely lucky. Those people were jealous about that. And that's why the Packies didn't like me either, because every time I went in there, I took a couple $100 or $100 out every time. I never lose. I always win. It's predicted in the future, always, for me. God bless you. And that's my biggest thing, guys. And so, yeah, I have a wavering faith, but I'll tell you, God blesses me, and God bless you all. Except for people like this fucking roundy head, fucking pointy nose, big brainy looking dude here, when actually all it is a swollen melon, right? That's all that picture right there. That's a picture of a swollen melon head right there. Looks like a bobblehead, right? True, boys, true. He's a bobblehead. So where were we? Yeah, oh yeah, they were stalking me. And I complained. I had to get the license numbers because the RCMP told me, get the license numbers and record these guys with your camera. I said, okay, I'm going to. I thought it was illegal. I thought it was intrusive to go around recording people. What did I know? Like, I'm not walking around with a camera recording people. Fuck, I'm an artist, you piece of shit. Fucking garbage. You fucking smacky fucking smirk. I'd like to smack this fucking, because I see that smirk on your face. You're a fucking scumbag, Kosior. Are you listening? Hope you fucking understand that, fuck, when I'm nice to you, it's because, you know what? You're a fucking murderer. Yes, I have to be nice to you because you carry a gun and you're fucking triggered and mad. You're a madman. You're a madman. You can't express yourself except you're shooting people, you fucking piece of shit. That's the threat. You fucking threaten people because you carry guns. You didn't carry a gun, you wouldn't be threatening me, you fucking fag. Piece of shit. Backwards duck walking fucking flat foot. Okay, let's continue on. So he comes down the fucking street and harasses me, right? Fucking piece of shit. So that they told me to record your fucking license number, you gag bag of shit. Fucking bag of shit.
762 KHJ.
Yeah, and it's because you fuckers have fucking dragged this on all this time and harassed me fucking worse. That's the only reason that I'm fucking mad today. And it's your fucking fault. You fucking owe me fucking cash for the fucking mental stress you put me through, you piece of shit. You're a fucking piece of shit, Kosior.
In my yard.
Fucking Nielmeyer suck ass.
Hi. How's it going?
Good, how's you?
Not too bad. Hey, Dale, do you have a permit for your motorbike?
Of course I do.
Okay, I'll need to see it because
You have checked it with with the SGI already, and you know it's valid.
No, it shows expired at the end of June. So that's why I need to see if you have a permit.
You can check with SGI
I just did.
and validate the permit.
Well, if you have a permit, you have to show me.
You got 2 seconds. That's all I'm going to give you. You malicious bastard. I'm not taking his fucking malicious piece of shit. He knows he can phone it in. He's a lying piece of crap.
So who cares anyways? The fact is, that's what he was doing, was breaking the law. And I knew it, he knew it, and everybody knew it. The Reverend knew it, everybody knew it. And so, thank God that the Reverend was actually there, right? And that's the thing, you have to seek a higher power, divine intervention. And so Keith Kosior was surprised that the Reverend was there, standing there. Otherwise, he wanted me to react the exact same way that I reacted. I gave him the reaction that he wanted. He wanted me to be mad. And so he could actually try to manipulate the situation. And that's what he did. There's no reason for him to be in my yard. It's illegal for him to enter into my yard and then ask me for registration. Because no matter, he says there's witnesses. Well, obviously there was. They were stalking me. Because Sims was mad at me that I reported him for trying to murder me. Really, he tried to murder me. He could have killed you or anyone, your whole family. That could have been your whole family. If it would have been a car coming towards him, he would have hit a car or a truck head on. He would have hit a car or a truck head on. Thank God it was me. Thank God it was me. You wouldn't have missed me so much if he would have hit me. And then it would have been illegal. It would have been quite a story, even though he killed me, Dale Lake man. It would have been the RCMP guy had a head-on collision while speeding, and witnesses reported him speeding, but they killed Dale Lakeman. That's not so bad. But if it would have been you with your 3 kids in there and your wife, and he kills your 3 kids and you live, and the RCMP does a head-on into you, and it's John Sims that's responsible, undoubtedly, that he tried to kill me. He tried to fucking kill anyone. Could have been you, could have been your daughter, could have been your son, could have been your granddaughter, could have been your grandpa, could have been your grandma, could have been Alan Gairns even driving towards Sims when Sims nearly killed me. But I complained about him, and Sims and Jones and Henninger gang stalked me. You saw that. They said the no noise complaint. Sims was harassing me. Get the fucking guys on here. Where the fuck is Kosior and Nielmeyer? Put up a comment, you fucking cowards. So anyways, these cowards were afraid because they are gangsters. They broke the fucking law. They broke the law. And it's Sims and Kosior. And that's why Sims is with him all the time. Sims, this dough-haired motherfucker that's more important the way he looks than what he actually does as a real. He has no integrity. That pompadour is an egoist, right? You see the way he looks. That's all he's trying to do, is look good. A little Tintin there. I don't know. Tintin, what the fuck's going on with you, buddy? What's up with you, Tintin? Where's your doggy? Tintin. He looks like Tintin, right? That French cartoon, Tintin. Did you guys ever see that? I think it's an old cartoon, but that's what he looks like, right? You see the pompadour, Tintin. Tintin. Is that what is it? Do people see? He doesn't know about that cartoon because he's too young. Everybody call him Tintin. There's Sims, Tintin. Little Tintin. Where's your doggy? Anyways, here's the doggy. Here. The doggy's a little older than Tintin is, but here's Tintin's doggy. Here's doggy. Hey, little doggy. Hey, Bodie. Ooh, they broke the fucking laws, boys. And then they tried to ban me from fucking filming these cowards. Eh? He's trying to ban me from filming them. He's trying to ban me from talking about them. Well, wrong, Charlie. You have to realize why is he tries to ban me. Eh? Everybody got complaints against them sooner or later. That's what happened, right? Anyways, gang stalking fucking piece of shit, man. That's all he is. Piece of shit. Gangsters. So we'll continue on. I don't know where I am. We could go back, we could go forwards. We're just going to continue on. This might be fucking 48 hours. This might never stop, this live stream. This might just go on and on and on, guys, forever. Because it could. I mean, this went on for 5 years. You tell me when they're going to stop so I can stop putting these videos up. You can tell me. You can tell me. You can help me out by helping me out to get this fucking complaint to end. I'm tired of waiting for an answer that I know is just going to make me mad again. You know? All it is. And that's all it's going to do. Is just going to make me mad. Let's go back here again. And
the only other question I'd like to ask you is, if you mind giving your opinion on this, do you think that uniformed RCMP members should investigate complaints against other RCMP members? Do you think that if I complain about the police, do you think that a uniformed RCMP member should come and investigate a complaint? Against that person, like you're talking public complaints?
Yeah. Do you think uniformed RCMP officers... He said no. Yeah, and when I said, do you think, right? The only question he had in his mind, it wasn't about the answer. The question was about the question. He said about it should investigate a public complaint. So he wanted to make sure that his answer was going to be correct to what the question was. That's how sure he was. He did not have to think about the answer. He had to think about the question. He didn't have to think about the answer. Once the question was explained to him, he immediately interrupted me to say no. Now I'm going to play it one more time, and you can hear the algorithms, the way the reality is. It's a biorhythm. It's not an algorithm. It's a biorhythm. Me and Sergeant Ryan Case think alike. He is a smart man, and he told the truth, right? And it was instantaneously. He is knowledgeable, so he had to define the question so that he could give an accurate answer without thinking about it. He didn't think about it. He said immediately, as soon as he knew what the question was, no. He interrupted me. Let's do it again so you understand. Mr. Nielmeyer, Mr. Kosior, do you understand these, Mr. Sims? Or should I call you Ms. Sims? Sorry. Tintin, do you get this, Tin?
The only other question I'd like to ask you is, if you mind giving your opinion on this, do you think that uniformed RCMP members should investigate complaints against other RCMP members? Do you think that if I complain about the police, do you think that a uniformed RCMP member should come and investigate a complaint? Against that person, like you're talking public complaints? Yeah. Do you think uniformed RCMP officers...
He said no. He interrupts me. He interrupts me to answer. That's how sure he was of his answer. He wasn't sure of the question, but he was totally sure of his answer. 2 years later, 2 years after that conversation with Ryan Case, the inquiry into the ongoings of the Public Complaints Commission, they made a report. Justice Bill Blair, the Minister of Safety, Public Safety in Canada, they defined that, yes, that is a problem, that RCMP were gangsters in the Public Complaints Commission, and it should be illegal that they do that. And while what didn't I not know from my experience, I already knew that from experience. And so obviously Ryan Case knows that as well. Sergeant RCMP Fort Capel or Indian Head. I don't know. He kept phoning me to investigate the complaint. He said he'd charge him with criminal harassment. I have the recordings still, guys. That's how stupid you are. I have all the recordings, every fucking thing you idiot said. It's just that's all it is creating me to be pissed off at you, to bring this all back again. And that's okay. I'll do it a fucking 100,000 times till the day I die. because it's you fucking tattooed motherfucker. You're the fucking one of those cocksuckers that's responsible for what's going on. Nielmeyer, you're responsible. It's your responsibility. You shouldn't be a sergeant. I'd like you to be reprimanded at the very least, but you're not going to be. You're a murderer. You would have murdered me. You probably murdered other people before me. You're a murderer. Murderers. RCMP are murderers. Threatens me. I kind of have to be nice to you because that's a threat there, buddy. That's what it was, a threat. Kind of have to be nice to you.
How's it going?
Good, how's you?
Not too bad. Hey, Dale, do you have a permit for your motorbike?
Of course I do.
Okay, I'll need to see it because
you have checked it with with the SGI already, and you know it's valid.
No, it shows expired at the end of June. So that's why I need to see if you have a permit.
You can check with SGI.
I just did.
And validate the permit.
Well, if you have a permit, you have to show me.
You got 2 seconds. That's all I'm gonna give you. You malicious bastard. I'm not taking his fucking malicious piece of shit. He knows he can phone it in. He's a lying piece of crap. I'm gonna be really nice to you. And that's it, pal.
You pretty much have to be okay there, Dale.
No, I don't have to be nice to you at all.
Okay. Just settle
You're
down,
a
Dale.
clown.
Checking to see if you have a permit.
That's exactly what your name is.
Insult us, harass us, and commit crimes against us.
There's a systemic problem with accountability for police officers.
And then, of course, it's mental health profiling. And so they come along and try to mental health profile because they try to reverse onus, right? And so it's like anyone. It's like the victim is to blame for the crime, right? So the guy comes, has a crime, commits a crime against me, and then tries to say, well, you're nuts. It didn't really happen. And here's the proof, right? And so they come. Nielmeyer, he's the supervisor. He says, I'm the supervisor of all these people. Well, he's the supervisor of Kosior, so he knows where Kosior is. When you investigate something, you start with the first fact of, did it happen? That's the first fact of investigating anything. Like, I mean, you lose your keys. The first thing you do is you say, did I lose my keys? So you look to see if you have your keys, right? You don't go like phoning like somebody you don't go back a year and say, well, I was at the PV Mart 2 years ago. I better phone them and see if my keys are there. You know what I mean? You know, the first thing you do is establish the fact. Did I lose my keys? Well, was that person there is what you do. You don't go and say, well, there was a bank robbed. I'm going to go and charge the prime minister with robbing the bank. Like, what? What do you mean? The prime minister robbed the bank? And then everybody's like, oh, yeah, the prime minister robbed the bank because the cop says he's going to charge the prime minister with robbing the bank. So it must be right. What? You don't just fucking lie, bitch. You don't just lie, bitch. You're my bitch there, Nielmeyer, because you lied. The only reason is because you lied. That's the only reason you're my bitch, bitch. It's the only reason I can say you're a bitch, is because you're lying, bitch. And then the mental health profiling, of course, goes on, right? And so, yeah, now I'm pissed off. Yeah, now it's pretty unpredictable. Oh, it has been. But I'm telling you what, none of your business, you bitch.
Yeah,
there you go, bitch.
Anyways, that kind of thing makes you nervous.
Important bitch.
You complain about the RCMP, and then they're all over the place every time you walk down the street, you know. That's the thing about it. It really kind of makes you nervous.
And so I sat there trying to tell the guy
Hey,
that I
it's
didn't
the
want
big
to see
man.
him for like, you know, I didn't want
Well,
to talk
you
to
know
him
what?
for
I'm
like a
telling
fucking
you,
month, eh? And
the way I
he just
feel about
wouldn't,
it,
he just didn't get the idea that
I
really,
really don't know what you're doing with me.
you know, let's talk around
I'd
in
like you to
circles
know
and pretend it's
that
Dr.
I don't
Seuss that's
feel
talking to you, buddy.
that there's any kind of friendship going on.
Just let me pull over on the side street there so we're not in the middle of the road and we can talk.
Sure, because it kind of doesn't feel equal. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't walk around with a badge and authority and talk to people after. I don't want to talk to this guy, so what do you think I should do? I think I should just walk away from this guy. He's driving away. Where's he going? I'm not going to the frickin' back alley, if that's what he thinks. I'm not going anywhere that's not public, man. No question about that one. You can come park right here. If you want to talk to me, I'll stop this for a second just to save some time until he comes back.
It's all about Horton here's a who. Woo-hoo.
Go anywhere that's not in public. That would be kind of dumb. Private to talk to me. He doesn't want to be overheard. He doesn't want to be seen in public talking to me. He wants to make sure there's no witnesses. So he's parking over here. If I want to talk to somebody, I approach them. Kind of a nut bar as far as I'm concerned. And then nuts.
He should have smoked a couple joints before I talked to him, just like I did. What an idiot.
What I'm saying is like this. Okay, so what you do and you are representing is a professional, and you are a professional. That's what you represent. Now, how could, if I complain about something, how could you wear that uniform and not represent who you represent? There's no way. If you're talking to some bad guys, and they're bad guys, and they say, here's our card, and it says we're bad guys, and then you know they're bad guys. If you're talking to a politician, he hands your card, then you know you're talking to Harry Wallace or whoever it is, right? That's who he represents, you know? Whoever the person represents is what they're
Party or whichever.
But see, the problem is that I had it. And so I complained about it to them.
Total 100%. I was triple talking him, leading him, following him, and backwards, upside down. It was hilariously fun. All I could think of, why is this guy such an idiot?
So what are we doing? We're never going to be friends, I don't think. Unless I'm a police officer, I don't think we're going to be friends. If I'm a politician or paying your salary, we might be closer in association.
Depends on your definition.
But the level of society that puts me at one certain place, you judge me to be at that place. And you see what you see, and you interpret with your book of interpretations what you want. Every question that you talk to me about, psychology questions, how do you feel about your life in general, etc., etc. Man, I could write that textbook. Okay? I understand social psychology. And I prefer if we were friends to be friends, but we're not friends.
Well, it depends on your definition of friends. Like
that's where this ends. Now, in essence, you come onto my property, I consider that trespassing. I'll try to get a lawyer and sue you for trespassing. And I really don't want to have, I want to have an amicable relationship with everybody in every level of society. But when you complain about people and they say, no, there's justification, there's this, there's that.
You know, fucking piece of shit Kosior comes in my yard and I tell him to fuck off. Why the fuck would I want to sit down around and hang out with this dude?
What am I
is he paying me money to fucking harass me? What the fuck's going on here? You know what I mean? So I'm sitting here going like, I fucking can't believe this idiot's trying to mental health profile me. Okay, let's just fucking talk about whatever fucking stoner shit I want to do. I'm just gonna talk him around in circles. He's a piece of shit.
Rather live my life. And so the rampant speculation.
Buck, I should have started talking about space aliens and shit, just to make him think that I fucking believe in, or flat Earth or something, you know? Like,
I love you guys. I respect you. I wish you all any kind of job.
I could have told him that grasshoppers were the only intelligent thing on fucking Earth. He would have fucking believed that I fucking believe that. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is. Fucking idiot was trying to fucking profile me.
And you're here. You appeared.
I want you
now, as far as I'm concerned, you represent who you represent justifiably and with your cause.
fucking can't believe this idiot's trying to mental health profiling me.
Of course, I got fuck all to do, right? You know, like I got fuck all to do except for live my life. And so so what they did was harass me, so I couldn't even live my life. I couldn't even walk down the fucking street, right? He comes to my place, bangs on my door, and he's like, "Hey, I just want to talk to you, hey, blah blah blah." And I'm like, I'm not answering the door anyways to this guy. Who the fuck is this guy? What the fuck? I complained about the RCMP, and suddenly they're at my door every fucking day. Every fucking day. Every fucking day. And then this clown comes along and he's trying to mental health profiling me. And I was up at like 3-4 o'clock in the morning working on my truck. I fucking think to tell you the honest truth, I was changing the front end of the whole truck. And so I was working on my truck. I'm smoking weed. I'm drinking coffee. Had breakfast. I had eggs. I had French toast, syrup. And so, you know, this was like 5 hours, 6 hours before, 7 hours before this motherfucker comes along, you know, and I'm living my life, you know, trying to get my shit done. And I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to move because these guys are clowns. I'm going to get my shit together. I'm going to put everything back together so everything can get the fuck out the door so I can get rid of this shit. Because you can't just sell a bunch of pieces of shit, right? You got to live your life and get the fuck out of there. But these fucking clowns were harassing me and they wouldn't stop. Why? Because they wanted this to happen. This is what they wanted to happen. For me to be pissed off at you, pissed off at everybody in the whole world, because, hey, they decide what your attitude is for you. And Horton comes and he's trying to decide my attitude. You know, he's trying to figure out, well, I'm going to try to decide his attitude for him so I can just write that down. And I'm going to say to Nielmeyer, well, look, we can manipulate this guy. You know, you can go with a piece of paper and you can say it was kosher. Or no, it was Preston. You can lie. You can mislead the Complaints Commission because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He has no idea. He has no idea. But he goes on. Now, Horton goes on now to say, Kosher's a really good guy. But it comes out of nowhere. It comes out of nowhere. He just says, Kosher's a really good guy. That's really what you got to watch for, is that they all the time along here, they're talking about Kosher and how good of a guy Kosher is because they're covering up for him. Right? They're covering up for him, you know, because they're covering up for him for what it really is, guys. What it really is, right? They covered up for Kosher. They covered up for him because he fucked up all of his recruits. Every one of his recruits, Kosher fucked them up. Kosher was fucking up the recruits. He wasn't just fucking himself up and fucking things up. He was fucking up all the recruits. And he fucked up Jones. He fucked up Jones's career. He did. With this complaint, he's fucked up Jones's career. And it's Kosher. It's this big head fucking ego motherfucker here. This is who fucked up their careers. And I'll tell you, I'm glad. I hope that more people start fucking linking this shit up. Put it out there. And it's about this guy. He lives in BC. These people, they live in Surrey, British Columbia. Those are the same kind of people. And they all think that they can run the fucking world because of the government doesn't know how to hold these cocksuckers responsible for what the fuck they do. They fucking run around shooting people, tasering people, whatever the fuck they want to do. That's what they do. And they harass people. And it doesn't matter whether you're, you know, and this guy, the only reason this guy ever got charged with harassing that guy or charged with murder is because look at his skin color. He's a Métis man or a First Nations man. And so he's an RCMP officer, but he got charged. Why? Because of his skin color. Kosher would have murdered me. Kosher, see his skin color? You see Kosher's skin color? The RCMP are racist, even against their own members. You see Kosher's skin color. He's white, right? You see this guy here. You see his skin color? Right? And it was First Nations on First Nations. And that's the only reason is because the First Nations man. Now, if that would have been, this RCMP would have shot a white guy, holy fuck, he would have been hung by the white guys before he got charged. There'd be an outrage against the RCMP then, wouldn't there? But there's not enough outrage against the RCMP because this guy, he's been racially profiled by the RCMP as well. And by Saskatchewan process. And now this guy should get off because Gerald Stanley got off. Gerald Stanley got off. You know what I mean? If
If this guy, he shoots it, he shot a First Nations guy. If this guy shot a First Nations guy, right, he'd get off. He'd get off because he's white. He's white. But RCMP who are white, they're bigots, and they even against their own members, they're racists. Racist. I hope you heard that because I'm trying to be as loud as I possibly can. He's a racist. They're racist, man. They're racist. And that's exactly what they are. You meet these guys, you talk to them for a few minutes, and you get a sense of their attitudes. Personally, you do that. You just talk to them personally. Before you judge me, you judge them because they broke the laws. I didn't break the laws. And they incited people to break the laws. They incited people to commit perjury, as a matter of fact. There's no question about that. And they were mad at me because I protested them. They perjured themselves, and they perjured citizens, as a matter of fact. And that's a fact. No question about that. They stalked me. They stalked me. He was mad because I protested at his barracks. I'll be back there. I promise you. You come out and don't even get close to me, buddy. Don't ever come up and talk to me ever again there, Mr. Nielmeyer. You've never been my friend. You're not on my side. You're a fucking gangster thug, and that's who you are. Don't ever try to boss me around ever again either. You tried to boss me around when I went there to pick up my garbage. I went to pick up my garbage fucking computers. You fucking piece of shit tried to boss me around. I recorded that. I fucking still have it. You fucking.
Because
I'll post that
is what
fucking
they say is PR
today, as a matter of fact.
For you. No. Now I'm done with the PR. No, I'm not naive. I've been here.
My goal is
I know what this is. Help with what? You have a check for me? Because that's the kind of help I need is financial help.
No, I can buy
because you know what?
That's about
just like you can take care of yourself, I can take care of myself. I'm an adult.
But I'm not talking
you
about
said we're the same age, as a matter of fact, so I respected that.
You're a couple months older, yeah.
Yeah, so you can respect that. That if you can take care of yourself on a daily basis, so can I. And I choose to live the way I live. Just like you choose to wear that uniform, I choose to wear this t-shirt and these pants. When I do buy some clothes, I will be able to afford it without getting a credit card out. What do you do with your credit card?
I dress just like that when I'm off work,
So what? But you still have debt. I don't have much debt.
No,
and I'm not part of the system here. That's too bad for them. I affront their dignity because I'm a little bit, more intelligent than a lot of these guys. And that really makes them mad. I wish I would have been a military officer, police officer, politician, lawyer, whatever. But that's not what the certificate says that I have. The certificate that you can present to me says I have a criminal record and I'm a bad guy. That's your interpretation. I will walk on and leave you alone in peace now.
I want to take you
okay?
I want to take you to the doctor. That's why.
Yeah, for what reason?
I want you to get checked
for
out.
your satisfaction.
No.
Now why? Why can't I live my life satisfied with the way I live my life? You can't live your life satisfied with the way you live your life.
I think you're getting worse.
Like worse in what sense? In the sense that you people are coming to my place more often? No. Is that what I mean? Is that what you mean?
I think that you're suffering.
Is that maybe you're stressing me out more than you used to stress me out?
I'll tell you exactly what I mean. I think that you're suffering from a mental health problem.
As we are all, if you do not know, you will study social psychology and realize that everybody has a sociopathic tendency. My sociopathic tendency is to isolate from people. And that's what I do. And if you choose to hunt, that's your sociopathic tendency. I think it's dirty. I think it's nasty. That's what I mean.
I'll tell you about
so
that. Being a police officer, a military officer in the army or anything like that, services,
and I'll tell you what,
is that the problem is that the rest of these fuckers don't have your back. And if they do, you have to be breaking the law for them to have your back. If you have integrity, they will fucking run the other way. They're cowards. But if they're breaking the law, they expect you to fucking uphold the fucking the lies that they fucking perpetuate. Fucking lying pieces of shit is.
Like individuals do come. They have.
You can't trust the loyalty of these fucking cowards. They have no loyalty. I wouldn't want to be a cop if you fucking paid me $1 billion a month.
In that way, not in any other way.
Evidence.
You know what you do.
Who it is.
But you did see what happened.
Oh yeah, I saw the.
And I don't care. I don't care if you see him running away from my.
You can't trust those motherfuckers.
Okay.
I won't.
Not one of them.
That's what I'll tell the guys.
It's a waste of my energy.
So you'll see them driving by sometimes at night.
Stresses me out.
Just to see if there's people around your yard.
That's hey. This is public property. This is like me filming. Anytime my camera is on, anytime any one of my security cameras on, aimed at public view space, not into another area that is private property. Never would I impinge upon someone else's rights or freedoms. And to post social media, I can post to social media if I am one of the persons involved in the video, and you have acknowledged that I have been recording this. You do acknowledge that, right?
I don't mind it.
Now I can post it. And that's all there is to it. There's no outrage. I don't care anymore. People will realize that when you wear your uniform, you represent the RCMP.
Yeah.
When the public complaint system represents the RCMP, they represent the RCMP. It says public complaint system, legal ramification, public complaint system for the RCMP. RCMP in uniform come and represent someone investigating something, and then they turn it around into a mental health issue for the individual involved. Well, of course you
I'm
stress
not
me out.
investigating the public complaint. My sergeant is.
Yeah, but you are okay. So then why?
He wants to come and see you too.
So why did you bother coming here? You, to me, have misrepresented yourself then.
No, I can't.
Have you not? Because you never said that.
He told me the kids. He told me to film the kids that were fucking coming and standing out front yelling and throwing rocks and shit. I'm like, well, I'm not chasing them down the street. And then fucking, that was the problem, is those fuckers wouldn't do nothing about those kids throwing rocks around.
See, you have to be honest with
and
yourself
being in my yard.
foremost.
Fucking motherfuckers would come in my yard all the time. And then the idiot next door, he says, well, those cars are all junk. That's just garbage, he says.
Yes, you do.
I said, well, yeah, you don't respect my property either,
But see,
you
that's
fucker.
my interpretation.
That's what the problem. They don't respect anybody else's stuff. But if that was Howard, that was Howard Halls or whatever, that fucking Hall guy, or Clyde Hall, that's what, it was one of Clyde Hall's tractors. Holy fuck, the RCMP would be over there fucking laying charges of mischief against the kids for being in his yard. Or Clyde would go out there and fucking be pissed off at him. But I mean, that's entitlement of Clyde, right? That's because Clyde could, because, you know, Clyde's 80 years old. There's no difference between me and Clyde Hall. You know, my garbage is just as valuable as his garbage. Fuck, my dad collected antique tractors. He had hundreds of them. I always thought they were pieces of shit, right? And everything that he looked at my stuff, he says, oh, you got is garbage. And I'm like, yeah. Well, one man's garbage is another man's garbage, right? You know what I mean? You know, another man's treasures is another man's treasures. That's exactly what the fact is. It's not, it's one man's junk is one man's treasures. No, you know, it's treasures are treasures. Whatever the fuck you value your stuff at, that's what it is. Okay. Clyde Hall, those tractors are garbage to me. Some idiot will pay him money for those though. Well, I got a lot of garbage. And if I'll tell you, fucking Kosior needs a punch in the fucking nose. I hope some fucking guy on the side of the road punches you in the nose. And I seriously don't care. I don't care if you kill the guy. I just hope you get a punch in the nose. You know, like if somebody punches you in the nose unfairly, well then, you know, that's the deal. But I don't think anything, if the RCMP got, you know, like, I'm sorry about that, guys, but I'm telling you, they deserve what they get. So I don't know, if you're a gangster and you punch him in the nose, you know, I don't know. I'm sorry. I feel like that some of these people are, you know, well, I don't feel that way. I know that some people, they get outraged and they just want to fucking say, fuck you. And they will do exactly what happens to them. You know? You don't think, and Kosior says that I was following them around or writing their license number down. Well, that's exactly what you guys do. That's the way you guys treat people, threaten and intimidate them. Yeah, you did that. And the public complaints told me to follow you and told me to get your license numbers, get your addresses, even as a matter of fact. And I'm like, well, fuck, I could get killed doing this. I said, I told them, I said, you fucking know who they are. You know their addresses. I'm telling you who they are. And they're like, they send me an email. I'll tell you, I should start posting fucking the screenshots of the emails. I don't know why. I forget these things to do these. I should have made some screenshots of the emails. I don't know why I didn't. I'm going to make screenshots of all the emails and letters. I have the fucking PDF files, you know, of your fucking letters you guys sent to me, telling me to fucking go and follow these guys, follow the RCMP, and to telling me to go and write down the addresses and get the license numbers. You fucking cowards. You fucking piece of shit. You're fucking pieces of shit.
That's it. Fuck, you fucking brought it back. You should have left my fucking account alone, you fucking cowards. And fucking Nielmeyer, you probably wear a bikini all night. That's probably how your fucking wife gets turned on, is you wearing a bikini. You fucking clowns. Kosior, you fucking probably wear panties all the time. That's the way you fucking look. You fucking look like you wear panties. Fucking pieces of shit. You're fucking panty waist garbage.
But you understand
fucking gangbag of shit.
Yeah,
and now he has to follow up.
I definitely will. Sergeant Nielmeyer.
Yeah,
Nielmeyer.
one of the things he has to do is
I got that letter.
Yeah.
I was waiting for him all this time. And he had people surrounding him. So that, okay, so sometimes we are operating. You're a police officer. Totally different level than I operate at.
Here, this is where he starts. And we're not talking about Kosior. The complaint was about Preston, but fucking Horton mentions Kosior. Why the fuck is he mentioning Kosior? Why? Because he knew the complaint should be about Kosior, but I made the mistake thinking it was Preston, because these guys all look alike. Look, he even looks like, look here, hold on 1 second. Look, see, you see that guy. Now look, just quickly, you see that, right? And then you see those glasses, you see the bald head. Look, they all look alike. They all look alike. Look at that. You know, they all look alike. You see that, right? You see the glasses? You see the way they look? They all look alike, right? And so they do that on purpose. They all try to look alike so that you can't fucking identify them, because they're gangsters. You know, they should try to, like, hey man, my name is such and such when they fucking talk to you, but they don't do that. They all look alike. You don't fucking admit that. Why? Because you're gang stalkers. You're a bunch of gang stalkers. Anyways, here's Kosior's such a prize now. Here's Kosior's prize. He's at such a prize.
And he had people surrounding him. So
Whoa,
okay, so sometimes we are operating. You're a police officer. Totally different level than I operate at. No way could I be a police officer. I would like to. I have inclinations. No way would I ever do it.
See, even Horty's got the same bald head. If he had a pair of glasses on.
So do you. But you won't admit it. But you'll admit that about someone else. Or you'll say that about someone else.
was certifiable.
Exactly.
But so it doesn't mean having a mental health problem doesn't mean you're stupid.
No. It doesn't. And you can be stupid and have mental issues.
You can be,
yeah, that's the kind of people that are stupid.
Yeah.
Those are stupid people. And stupid people do stupid things. That's right. So there we go. So now, you know what? We totally solved it. And I love you. I really do, man. And all I can say to you, you go to church, okay? And then just leave everybody else alone, and you'll learn not to judge people.
I'm not a church guy, but
yeah, but please, don't send anyone over to my place saying I have a mental health issue. I'll send you a poem.
I'm the mental health issue guy.
You know, I'm trying to kiss this guy off
in a
nice way, but he just is too fucking stupid and arrogant to fucking let me go and to stop harassing me. He doesn't realize that what I'm saying is, you're harassing me. Can you quit harassing me today, please? Come on, I'm fucking tired of you.
I told him what you said.
That's why I quit the militia.
I told him what you said about how you don't have anything against him, and as far as you're concerned, it's over, and that you respected him.
See, he's a good officer, so he'll dog to something that he thinks
that he'd be willing to,
you'd be willing
to
so
sit
that's
down
a good thing.
Talk to him. I told him that too. And,
you know, someday.
Yeah.
You know, he says things are. He says it seems like you're getting worse. Well, I'll tell you, you did it there, buddy. I hope you're happy. You're retired. You're fishing today in Mexico with your bikini on.
Okay, now I have to project this adamacy towards you. Now, if me and you were out, and I see you at Lucky Lake or wherever the heck I would be and meet in Walmart, run into you, and you're like, hey Dale, and I'm like, hey man, and that's it. That's the way we'll accept each other. And it doesn't matter, even if you pulled me over on the highway to give me a ticket, you talk to the officers that have that guy that give me that pulled me over for no license.
Adamacy, I should have told him.
And he was such
fuck off, please. I'm fucking tired of you, you fucker.
He is the future because he was just to me. He pulled me over. And I didn't present a driver's license. I didn't present my paper for my permit. Nothing. He ran it through and said, "Oh, you got a permit at 9 o'clock in the morning this morning." It was 1:30 a.m.
So he knew how to do it.
Mind comes with a book of bias towards a native black person. He might not realize that he's being biased. They might not realize it But when they become aware of it is when they need to change their actions. And when you realize it, you become aware of it, and then you justify your actions.
So now you can only imagine in a couple months or a week or a couple days, whenever I get the letter where they fuck the complaint around even worse now after 5 years, you can only imagine now, because I'm pissed off today, because they brought it all back by, you know, all the shit that they've been doing to me. You can only imagine how pissed off I'm going to be when they answer the complaint, right? So I better be happy, like elated happy when they answer the complaint.
They say, okay,
send this to the CRCEPT.
And what you say to a person. So some people will be pissed off and say something rank to you, and you'll be like, "Oh man, this guy's crazy," and that's true. And that's the way people think when you say, when you're an outraged citizen, they go crazy on you.
You don't have to pay $175 to see a psychologist.
Yeah, that's right. But what systems? What are systems? And I don't care. You can say
you're
this
on
is
assistance. I said.
Yeah, but systems are what? Historic and tradition, right?
You don't have to pay.
So the healthcare system in Saskatchewan is attached to the blah blah blah. All these systems are connected, just like the police. You can look at my health records, right?
So remember what I said. Systems, historic and tradition, harassment.
You don't have to pay $175 to go see a psychologist. You're on
Oh, no. Oh, I 100% agree with that. Yeah, you get a public psychologist.
And no, I don't have health care. They've manipulated it. Why do you think I'm so unhealthy? I have a linguinal hernia. And what the fuck else health problems?
2 months ago, June 10th, on a Saturday, 4:30 in the afternoon, or something like this, 5:30 in the afternoon. I went and saw that one at the wellness center. But see, that's the thing. Okay, so that is a connected system. Okay, and for you yourself, do you really want any of your issues, put forth into a public database? Do you really? Okay, so that is a connected system. Okay, and for you yourself, do you really want any of your issues?
Yeah, so they push the buttons. They have all the buttons. They have a console, and it's got a dial on it. It's like a cell phone, right? And you start phoning people, and you say, "Well, this guy is the social worker. We'll tell them to treat him like shit. We'll phone the outreach, because we got that. We got the number to the outreach. We'll harass him at Salvation Army. We'll say, put on his health record. Well, look, we've done mental health warrants against him, and so that doesn't help. And of course, me saying this in public doesn't help either. Because my employer looks me up on the internet and says, well, no, I'm not giving this guy a job. Look he's crazy, So that's the thing. So the accumulation of being harassed since, 2010, 2011, when Kosior was the most intense, he has been the most intense all the way through. When that Sergeant Knowles retired, then all of a sudden it was bam. Full-on harassment by this one officer, and it was just blonde doughhead looking kid guy, and he grew up into a man. So pretty well, I think it's pretty well most of his career that he harassed me, right? So I didn't recognize him because they all look alike. And what attention was I paying to a particular person? None. Why I'm trying to live my life, trying to establish a place to live, trying to build a house, trying to have a mortgage, trying to get a life, right? From being, I got divorced. I was moving on. Totally. I wasn't drinking, wasn't smoking weed, wasn't doing nothing. And he brought me back. And they keep you in this place. That's what they do. That doesn't matter. Yesterday is yesterday. They don't believe that. They believe that yesterday is today and tomorrow and every day after. They don't believe in the future. They believe in something that's everybody better kiss my ass is what they believe in, I'm pretty sure. They're fucking, I can't see any other reason for him to be such an egotistical pig than what he is. An egotistical pig. There's no other reason for an egotistical pig to be an egotistical pig except for that. And that's it. For me to be pissed off, the reason is Take a look around now. Here, you watch some more videos here. They harassed me. This is where it got intense. They wanted me to have a mental health breakdown. They did that. Here it is. It's 5 years later, right? Whereas they carry guns and kill people. Here I am just complaining about them still. And yeah, I haven't been treated fairly. I don't, you know.
Would go with us if,
I see the reality.
I think he said that to me even actually a few times.
So
okay,
so
you know,
we're gonna part ways again, and I'm just gonna ask you to just keep thinking about it, man. Okay?
it's like university.
Yeah.
If we all went, but we all knew more than what the teacher was teaching, then what would we be doing? We'd be going there and we'd be like...
You'd be going there just for the piece of paper. You'd be going there just for the piece of paper then.
Yes, we'd all be just as stupid as we are, right?
So would you go?
That's what I used to tell my kids.
Could you... What if all three of us went, me, Alan, and you, all three went, and we all did the exact same interviews, exact same tests, and then we got, all three of us got to review each of our diagnoses and each of our test results and each answer on each one of these tests. What if all three of us did that? You know what? I think that would
They
be
could not be so honest.
They
They could not be so honest.
But the thing is, when you talk to the doctor, if you talk to the doctor, I'll never get to know. I'll never get to see what's on the report.
Well, that's what I mean.
Demanding that I talk to some
why
doctor
would
for
I
some
waste
reason
my
that
time
he
sitting around
perceives.
and then him going home and saying, well, that day of Lake
Psychological profiling right there. He admitted it right there, 100%.
Well, what's the sense
What
of
a
it going
clown.
if he's just talking to himself then when he goes
I talked him around like Dr. Seuss. He finally said exactly it.
The doctor. Where's that going? Where's that
Get the
going?
fuck out of my cloud, Horton.
And do I know
In
him?
his records, and maybe he would recommend that you
And
come
who
back
would re-
someday,
who-
right?
And so what would satisfaction would you have out of any of that if he never told you anything?
The satisfaction.
You
that
see what I mean? You see how counterintelligence works though,
I do
right?
have an answer for you.
You
but
do
the thing
see
is,
how
you
counterintelligence
ask a
works.
question and then
And
you
that
start-
when you meet a person that's
and then you
skilled in
start yelling.
counterintelligence.
No, you're not counterintelligent.
I'm
What are you doing?
adamant. I know
You're asking a
what the
question, right?
epiphany
And
is.
then-
100%
Okay, I'm
counterintelligence.
gonna let you go, man.
I was
But, the
totally
answer is
double
that-
talking
what I
jive
would
for
have-
him to
what
say
I would
that he's
get out
mental
of it-
health
what I would get out of
profiling
it,
me.
you went there
And he
and talked
did.
to
He
him.
admitted right there that he's mental
what
health
would I get out of it?
profiling me.
What would I
That's
get out of
exactly
that?
what the Dr.
That
Seuss
I know that you
fucking
would
routine
not
was about there 4 years
persecute
ago.
another person
Motherfucking
in public.
If I went
That
and
you
saw a
would not be
psychologist-
that you would not
I
be
went. Is that
that
what you're
you would be not be biased racially against natives or black people. Do you think that you would make you a better officer if you took these kind of tests, this battery of tests that you want me to be subjected to?
I don't think so. No, because
Why not?
I work with Native people.
Wouldn't
most
you
of my-
understand the insights
most
that
of
you
my
have
career.
and the biases
I've
that
worked
you
almost
carry
specifically
unintentionally?
I think I
unintentional?
think I already do understand.
You understand the unintentional bias that you carry. So why are you?
He doesn't
why
understand
kind of-
fuck
kind of
all.
being
The fucking
adamant
guys
and
at the
demanding
restaurant
to me
said
now
that fucking
I
RCMP is a
subject
white
myself
cracker. He comes out
something.
and they're all
Well, you
friendly to him.
understand
He
now.
says,
You
"Oh, see,
understand
natives
now.
like me." I'm like,
So
"Yeah,
I
right
think
there.
that
Just
your
saying you're a
attitude towards me is
cracker. You're
biased because I'm
fucking
different from you.
He doesn't understand fuck all. He's a liar.
Yeah,
Lives in
but
an
see, when
illusion
you
of a
consciously
uniform.
examine your biases and you consciously examine your faults, you don't have those, and you make yourself well aware,
You'll
and so
still
you
have
hold yourself back from. So if somebody attacks
still
you,
have
RCMP don't realize that they are threatened by these red-coated cowards, 100%. You know, everybody gets threatened by you, so the respect you get is only because we're being threatened. We are being threatened by you. That's the only reason we're nice to you, fucking assholes.
But you understand what I mean, right? It's got to be a reciprocating relationship. If you want to do those tests, I'll go and do them with you. But you have to.
I would.
Yeah.
But you would never.
But
get
you know
to
what?
But you
But
would
see,
never get
that's
to know my results, and I would never get to know your results.
So it's a waste of time.
No, it
Thanks,
would be a
man.
waste of time
But
because
you know I like you.
maybe the doctor would. Maybe he would tell me to come back in a week, and he wants to talk to me again, or maybe he would recommend that I do some type of treatment.
Man.
So it wouldn't be a waste of time for me or you. We just
Yeah.
wouldn't get to know about each other.
Yeah. So the problem is that
That never show the fact that they're biased, bigot, asshole,
if I
fucking
had
inbred
if I had
cowards.
where people like me met social media people like me, then you know what? It's probably pretty good.
Well, let me ask you a question.
It's like
Why not,
it's you.
though?
You have a brotherhood. You know,
We do,
it's
yeah.
a brotherhood you belong to.
Brothers and sisters.
There's people to talk to.
But
I have my people.
why not? Why not? I'm not going to go around
Like,
and tell anyone.
Yeah.
that.
Well, okay. So like, why do this? Because all these people are already like thinking what they think.
But like, what could it hurt?
So why not? Who cares what they think, or who cares what you think?
Oh, I don't care what they think. I'm here talking to you. It's none of their business.
No, but why should I even care what you think? If you think that I should go blah 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 or whatever.
Well, that's why
you know what I mean.
That's why I'm trying to be honest and kind to you, is so that maybe you will think about what I'm saying.
Anyways, we've got a half an hour.
Think about
It's like a movie. It's like a movie. It's like a movie. So this, like I said to Alan about 3 months ago.
All I can say is I hope this guy enjoys his retirement and he gets a chance to relax, because he really needs a break. I love this guy. I think he's a great guy, and he just tried to do something that he shouldn't be doing to me. He tried to harass me. It doesn't work. You guys are cowards. You're all cowards. That was sick, man. I just hope you enjoy your retirement. That's all I can tell you. He's retired now. He deserves to be retired, because the poor guy, he got confused in the end. He didn't realize that, like, everything he was saying to me, I was saying the exact same thing back to him. And that, I mean, impetuousness is a two-way street. You know, I can tell him whatever I want to tell him. And I mean, hey, if he would have smoked like 4 or 5 joints before I talked to him, then me and him would be laughing our asses off. But he didn't get what I was saying, because, you know what? I wasn't telling him everything I was thinking, right?
But you understand what I mean.
And it gets
So they're cowards.
Yep, now he has to follow up.
I definitely will. Sergeant Nielmeyer.
Yeah, and one of the things he has to do is.
I got that letter.
And here he demands the meeting. He demands the meeting between me and Nielmeyer. You know, so Nielmeyer can lie about the complaints.
You could phone through the church, and Alan definitely will leave me in this.
And I told him that you and I had a good relationship.
I'm sorry for putting on the dog here with the voice. I should try to drink more water.
I told him that you and I had a good relationship, so he asked me to bring him.
Well, everybody has a good relationship. Like, look at this lady. She's like, well, everybody.
I phoned the complaints commission.
Yeah, because she likes
I emailed them. I told them I don't want to talk to these cops. They're trying to talk to me about the complaint. I said I don't want to talk to them. Already, I said the guy in Indian Head told me that the RCMP shouldn't be, uniformed RCMP shouldn't be investigating the complaint. And so I was going like, these guys are harassing me 100%.
None of my business. You know what? They don't talk.
Everybody knew. The complaints commission knew. But they were like, what's going on? They had no clue, because they are in Ottawa or wherever it is, right?
Yeah, see you, man.
And these clowns,
that's Dave Horton.
These clowns still,
See ya.
They still felt as if they were covering up the complaint, and that they were going to manipulate the complaint. And when he sent the paperwork in, I think that's when they wrote it off, right? They wrote it off because he did the paperwork. Nielmeyer here forced me to sign that thing, right? So that's a fact. And so we haven't gotten to that yet, but a lot of people came in and went out. So that's the problem with people not knowing the whole story, right? This is the whole story here. I don't care if it takes 2 days. I can go. I'm going to start this all again. It'll be just like a 100-year live stream. It'll never end. And you can just keep reeling up. And whenever you pop in or pop out, you'll see a different segment. You'll get it all together sooner or later. Because I'm tired of being harassed and fucking walking down the street and getting harassed and having to fucking worry about being harassed, having to worry about defending myself against people that have harassed me. And the RCMP are responsible for the place I'm at right now. No matter what it is in my life, they are still controlling me. This is it. Once that complaint is answered, the control will be lifted. You guys fucked up. You owe me $1 million, and that's not enough. You fucking wrecked my life. I'm willing to fucking go with you. I'm willing to go with you. Let's go with it, bitch. You come to my house, Nielmeyer. Come on, let's fucking put the dukes up. Leave your gun outside. Me and you, I'll shut the door behind you. Me and you will have a fucking go around right here. As long as you agree, then me and you can have a personal boxing match. You think you're muscle bound? You have not got the rage to win the championship. Ali had the rage to win the championship. It was subdued. And I'm like Muhammad Ali. I float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. You can't get near me. Pieces of shit. You guys pissed me off one more time just now again.
Pissed me off again. Cowards. Oh, what a great person I am, though. Because, like, seriously, I have just, you know, like, that's the thing. I have immense self-control. I might get pissed off. I have just immense self-control. And that's what the cowards do. They harass everybody. They harass themselves. They harass everyone in the whole force.
Yet another lawsuit alleging harassment by senior RCMP officers has been filed in BC. This time it's the wife of Pierre Lemaitre, the former spokesman for the Mounties in BC, who is making the claims on behalf of her husband. Sheila Lemaitre, a mother of two and a former RCMP officer herself, alleges that the negligence of the RCMP and harassment on the job drove her husband to commit suicide 2 years ago on July 29, 2013. She says the death was a result of severe psychiatric or psychological conditions, which were a direct result of his service in the Mounties. She cites 2 incidents in particular to support her case. The first occurred in 2003 when Pierre Lemaitre forwarded an allegation by a female reporter that Lemaitre's boss, only identified in a lawsuit filed in BC Supreme Court as a sergeant, had sexually harassed her. The day after he forwarded the allegation, Lemaitre was berated by the cop who had allegedly committed the sexual harassment, told he did not have the support of senior management at RCMP headquarters, and then transferred to the night shift in Chilliwack. The other incident mentioned in the lawsuit is the demotion of Lemaitre following the tasering death of Polish immigrant Robert Jakanski at the Vancouver airport in October 2007. Lemaitre was removed as spokesman on the file after he tried to get his superiors to correct some misinformation he released to the press. He was also transferred out of E Division to the Langley detachment. As a result of the demotion, he was brought into public contempt, where he was accused of being the RCMP lawyer or the RCMP spin doctor, says the lawsuit. The RCMP said they would not have any comment on a civil proceeding.
Yeah, and so they killed Robert Jajanski in the airport there, or whatever it was in the airport, right? They killed him, and then they harassed all the people, all the RCMP members that stood up for Robert Jajanski's family and upheld the complaint. They harassed that woman. I can't remember her name, but I mean, it's a famous case too. And then they murdered this guy. They made him have a mental breakdown and kill himself, right? Because they told him that he had no future. That's it. Once you go against, see, the thing is they ruled that Robert Jajanski was murdered by those RCMP, and he was murdered by them. He couldn't speak English. He was speaking Polish. And then they all jumped on him and tasered him 154 times or something, and killed him. They kept a taser on his head and tasered him to the brain, to his brain. They tasered him in the head to his brain, and he killed him. And then so all the rest of the RCMP that investigated those RCMP that killed Robert Jajanski, well, this guy, he killed himself. And then the other one, she got harassed. Well, she broke down. She's like a drug addict now, right? Okay. And she's still a drug addict. And so they harassed themselves because they harassed the Complaints Commission. So I wonder if Nielmeyer and Kosior are threatening the Complaints Commission. Do you think Nielmeyer and Kosior are threatening the Complaints Commission guys now? Do you think that's what? Do you think they're threatening the guys? See, these guys, but those guys live in Ottawa now, so they're not so threatened, right? But if they went back 5 years, remember, now it's 5 years that they've gone back to investigate my complaint, right? And this is the kind of behavior that Kosior was doing. Like, I mean, this is childish, right? You know, this is childish stuff. If you see this guy, this is childish. This is
of the Fillmore RCMP detachment. Dun 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 da 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 da. He's mad at my sticks. He's mad about the sticks. He's mad at those sticks. He's mad. Watch.
Childish. I was at the church. I was sitting on the sidewalk at the church waiting to talk to the Reverend. I think the Reverend was painting something. I was helping him paint. And Keith Kosior comes driving up there and he says, "Move those sticks right now," because he was driving into my yard. And so I put the sticks there because he kept on driving into my yard with his spotlights,
There's
right?
so many words.
Like RCMP kept driving into my yard all the time and shining their headlights and flashing their lights at my place. So I put the sticks out there. So Keith Kosior in his private vehicle and the RCMP vehicles, so that they didn't do that. But then, hey, he comes along and does that. And this is between, see, Horton comes, talks to me, and then Kosior comes and does this, right? So what he's trying to do is put pressure on me to be mad. It's mad all the time. Mad. We got to be mad because it's Keith Kosior. Keith Kosior, he decides you better, he's a baby. Baby Keith. Baby Keith. Baby Keith. Now, doesn't he look like a baby there? He looks like, what's his name? I don't know. Like his head's going to blow up. It's a balloon. Let's have a balloon head. He kind of looks goofy, right? Man, he's a goofy looking thing. Look at that smile he's got on there, because it's a wicked smile, right? That's a wicked smile. Yeah, that's a wicked smile. That guy's pretty wicked looking. And so that's a fact, right? And so the Reverend, and of course, everybody's trying to harass me. They're demanding that I got to come over and talk to them. They demand, boy, you better come and talk to us or else. And the Reverend was still coercing me. The Reverend still played a role, coercing.
I never get lucky. I try to make sure that everything works. I don't rely on fate. I usually try to make everything work properly. But I know telecommunications relies on electronic signals.
Hey, I can get David to the phone here.
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
As long as everybody can hear, so everybody's happy with what they're listening to.
Well, the other fellow
whoever
is a sergeant. He's come to talk about the complaint.
Sure. Okay, I'll talk to him then. Whoever wants to speak to me, I'll speak to him on the phone. No question.
Well, he drove all the way up here.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that. Sergeant
I'll get him on the phone.
Nielmeyer. Thanks, Alan.
So guilt is part of religion. He lays some guilt on me. They drove all the way out here. Guilt is part of religion. That's a manipulative tool of a religious person, is to use guilt.
Sorry, guys. Thanks.
Hey, Dale. This is Dave Horton.
Good day. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. You?
Yeah, real good.
Yeah, so I brought my sergeant up today because he needs to talk to you about a complaint that you made.
Okay.
A public complaint against one of the constables here in Fillmore.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we'll wait for you here. You just come up and talk to him. He just wants to talk to you. That's it, about this complaint.
Well, just put him on the phone and we'll have a conversation right here. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Would you agree to be recording you if we were meeting in public?
Oh, yeah. I I don't care if you record us.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, besides the point, I think this is a lot, for my purposes, I like it this way.
Yeah. Well,
if he'd like to speak to me on the...
Dale, that's the only way he can deal with this complaint. He has paperwork to show you and everything.
Well, you know
Listen,
that...
I'm here, Alan's here, nothing's going to happen to you.
Absolutely right.
Yeah. Just come on up and talk to him. Probably take 5 or 10 minutes.
Paperwork. They want it to be written down. If it's an email, they could say that I didn't agree. It could be coerced. I have to do it in person to sign their papers so they can lie about it. So you got it, right? So it has to be tangible. It has to have a tangent aspect. So they have to have a signature on a paper with ink, right? So they're forcing me to come and talk to them by using coercion
They're forcing me, really, by threats and intimidation. Kosior comes over. He's kicking the sticks around the day before. He was harassing me. They were harassing me every day. They're forcing me by intimidation. So I went and I knew. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to record everything because I'm being forced. I'm being coerced. I'm being forced by reluctance. I'm reluctant. I'm being forced by the Reverend. The Reverend was my best buddy. He was, what I was thinking is, this is going to be the witness, the advocate, but he was, doing his religious best, which is, religion is a two-faced thing, right? You have shame and guilt, therefore we will save you from your shame and guilt by, witnessing the fact that you're truthful. Well, so he lied, and that's a fact. So he was coercing me. You heard the shame, you heard the guilt. He's got paperwork. Horton says he's got paperwork. Well, that's the only thing they could do is make it tangible. If it would have been emails and blah, 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 that would have not been tangible, right? And so the fact that I recorded, they were thinking, well, it's all going to go our way because he doesn't know that we're lying. He doesn't know we're lying, right? And so I lead them on this wild fantasy land where you smoke 5 joints in the morning and you can double talk, triple talk these triple talkers. And it ends up to be a triple flipple. So I triple flipple, double talk them, and they double talk, triple flipple, and they get confused, and I confuse them. And I'm not confused, though. I'm confusing them. And you might have noticed by what I've just been saying that it might be confusing. But guess what? That's the nature of knowledge, is that you are confused until you understand. And so if you're not willing to put in the effort to understand, you're going to be confused, and you're going to be led by somebody who maybe has a fact, but doesn't have all of the facts. These are all the facts laid out. And if you're listening close enough, and if you understand what happens to a person when they fuck you around like this, the whole crowd of mobsters and gangsters, then you'll get it. But if you don't, then you won't. And if you can't figure it out, then you won't bother sometimes because it's a lot of work to do. So the clowns harassed me, and here we go. I'm forced to go across the street. Remember, I was forced. Lied to.
What is it? It's a frickin' finale or something. What is it? What the heck? It's totally unmarked. It's a Ford. Oh no, it's a Chevy.
So they had to demand the meeting. They had to have the paper signed no matter what. It didn't matter. And of course, I was just going to cooperate with them because I was threatened and intimidated. Every time that I had my door shut, I was worried because they were pounding on my door. I'd go down to the store. The idiot's standing in the store. He's waiting for me, right? Horton was waiting for me on every corner. Sims was driving around trolling me. Henninger was trolling me. I'd walk down the highway. He'd be driving up behind me right away, or else he'd be in front of me. Kosior was kind of in the background a little bit because he knew, and everyone knew, that he was the one that was harassing me, and it was succinct and distinct that it was him, 100%. Preston was being transferred to an undisclosed location. Nobody would tell me where he got transferred to. Now, he might have got a promotion for taking the brunt of this. And so you saw I walked across the street reluctantly because I didn't want to be there. And the reason I'm recording is because I didn't trust them, because I knew not to trust them, because I knew I was being lied to. If I wasn't being lied to, and if I didn't feel that I was being lied to, I would have never recorded them. And guess what? Or if I would have thought, well, I'm being lied to, but I'm just going to take this shit and then it's going to be over. But I knew no matter what, they're never going to end. Once you give in to a bully, they will bully you forever. It's been 5 years now. And I'll tell you, it was 13 years total that this smirking smiley face fucker, I'd had to do that. So many times I've had to face that. That is what I had to face. And if you're a person that has been harassed by an RCMP, you've seen the look on that guy's face right there. You've seen that picture 1,000 times. And they all look alike because that's what they do. They smirk like that. And they know that they're violating your rights. But there's nothing really you can do about it because they're threatening you with a gun. He threatened me with a gun. He didn't have to take it out and point it at my head. But just the fact is that what did he say? I kind of have to be nice to him? What does that mean? You're carrying a gun, officer. I kind of have to be nice to you? Oh my God. I think I better sign this paper because I might get killed by these motherfuckers at any time. You just give them an excuse. You're giving them an excuse to injure or assault or shoot you, and they will. And so, you know, later on, I gave him kind of an excuse for somebody from Montana, allegedly, to try to murder me. Nielmeyer tried to murder me. It comes up. Keep watching. This is going to be a 100-year live stream and go on forever, guys. It's never ending right now. It's gonna end when it ends. I want to answer to the complaint. The complaint has to be answered properly. If the complaint's not answered properly, I promise you, it's going to get worse, Horton. It's going to get worse, Horton. It's going to get worse. It's getting worse until you answer with the correct, satisfactory answer. You broke the laws, motherfuckers. Admit it. Let's move on. Here we go. So he harasses me. It's a fact. There's no doubt about that one. I don't know where we're going to begin, but it's going to begin somewhere. Where does it begin? Where does it begin? I think it begins here. Let's try see if it begins here. If not, we'll just go back to
where was I? You know, like I'm like I know where I was. I wasn't driving on a highway. I wasn't driving on a public roadway. He did not.
Yeah, so that's where he breaks the law. That's what we're talking about, right? Is we're talking about Kosior breaking the law. And that's what we're talking about here, guys. That's what we're really talking about.
Man, you guys reek of testosterone.
Dale, this is Brian.
That's me too.
Brian is the sergeant of Waymark Detachment.
Hold on a second. Oh, be careful, though, eh? My hand is very fragile. So
okay. There we go.
Oh, man.
Yeah, there's a few hours in there.
I think you already know this guy.
Let's see that.
So if you're impressed by them, they're like, wow, he loves us.
Had some time and some money.
That is so awesome. Show me around here. Holy crikey. Yeah. Okay, well, you impressed me already.
Oh, there you go.
You suffered many hours.
You know what? The only place that it hurt was right here.
What do you do that for? What's the reason?
Don't have one.
Yeah, it's just one fool playing another fool for a fool's game of a liar's challenge.
Did you
go to it?
Wow.
So long as it's not being posted on social media, I've got no issues with it. Okay. I think Dave and you spoke about...
I want you to know one other thing, though.
Yeah.
I am making a documentary.
Okay.
So wherever this goes could be into a documentary. And
there you go.
Brian Nielmeyer, Sergeant, RCMP.
So, Dave spoke briefly about what we're here talking about, correct?
Yes.
Now, that was the complaint that you laid against John Sims.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I guess ultimately, because I've read all this was your exact wording here.
Yeah.
The question that I have, because on the form from the CPC, it was indicated as far as what you're looking to gain from this is to be determined by the investigator. Of course, I've been assigned the investigator because I oversee Fillmore, Radville, and Weyburn. So, what exactly are you looking for?
Okay, so the noise bylaw in Fillmore, 7 a.m. till 11 p.m. So his response was totally unnecessary for any reason.
Okay.
In any reason. He implied I was intoxicated in his report to you. He replied I was intoxicated. How's it going, man? You get your window down yet? Not much, eh? It's a beautiful storm. Isn't that rank? enjoyed watching you play baseball.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for coming out.
No kidding. Man, you guys reek of testosterone.
Dale, this is Brian.
That's me,
Brian
too.
is the sergeant of Wayworth Detachment.
Hold on a second. Oh, be careful though, eh? My hand is very fragile. So be
Okay,
careful.
there we go.
Oh, man.
Yeah, there's a few hours in there.
And I think you already know this guy.
Let's see that. What the heck? Why did you do that?
Had some time and some money.
That
Why
is
not?
so awesome. Show me around here. Holy crikey. Okay, well, you impressed me already.
Oh, there you go.
You suffered many hours.
You know what? The only
Unnecessary.
The only place.
Unneeded flattery.
What's the
Hey,
reason?
I just took him off guard.
Yeah.
See you, Dave.
Yeah, I don't have one. Just
Did you
go to it.
Wow.
So long as it's not being posted on social media, I've got no issues with it.
Okay.
So I think Dave and you spoke
I want
about,
you to know one other thing, though.
Yeah.
I am making a documentary.
Okay.
So wherever this goes could be into a documentary. And
There you go.
Brian Nielmeyer, Sergeant, RCMP.
So, Dave spoke briefly about what we're here talking about, correct?
Yes.
Now, that was the complaint that you laid against John Sims.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I guess ultimately, because I've read all this was your exact wording here.
Yeah.
The question that I have, because on the form from the CPC, it was indicated as far as what you're looking to gain from this is to be determined by the investigator. Of course, I've been assigned the investigator because I oversee Fillmore, Radville, and Weyburn. So, what exactly are you looking for?
Okay, so the noise bylaw in Fillmore, 7 a.m. till 11 p.m. So his response was totally unnecessary for any reason.
Okay.
In any reason. He implied I was intoxicated in his report to you. He replied I was intoxicated. He implied that I may have been intoxicated. He checked to see if I was not intoxicated, was his exact words.
Yep.
Another thing he said was that he advised me that some of the neighbors were sleeping or someone was sleeping, etc. He did not. He didn't. Now, I downloaded this to social media.
He didn't what?
He did not. He didn't say that anyone was sleeping.
Okay.
He didn't say anything like that.
Okay.
He said, you're revving your motorcycle, and neighbors complained you were revving your motorcycle.
Okay.
And so, like, basically, what he said in his report is kind of like he's kind of making like there's some issue that he actually came there for when there was no issue. Legality, bike was licensed, driver was not intoxicated, driver was not on a public roadway, private property. So what reason really was he there for? If I phoned and said to said to you guys, Clyde Hall is accelerating an engine down there, I want him to shut that off, and it's 9 o'clock in the evening. Why would an officer say, well, you know, I'm sorry it's bothering you, but it's the way life goes. Go back to watching your TV. It'll be over in about 3 minutes probably. The engine will probably shut off. Which in fact, I mean, I moved about 35 feet and the engine ran out of gas. Because that's basically what I was doing. I was draining the tank down, fixed the fuel gauge. That officer came and said, you know, he implied that I may have been intoxicated, and I may have something. So there was just basically harassment. Complaining about high-speed driver on 33 highway. Well, he's over here doing a null complaint just to what? To antagonize me or to do something. And so that creates ill will between neighbors. Now that is what has happened to me. The RCMP have created ill will between me.
So that
we're
was
seeing.
the complaint, right?
Yes, the stereotype that I should be intoxicated in my yard. I'm doing something on purpose to them. No. When you look over the fence and you see a stereotype and you decide to put pressure on a stereotype, try to take some responsibility. And that's what they should be doing, taking responsibility for what they do. person.
You know what? I couldn't agree more with you. And
So that's my complaint.
And
that officer responded to nothingness.
Okay.
Now, if he responds to nothingness on the street, and I'm not shy to admit any of my faults, period. No matter how my mouth goes off, sometimes I'll say, whoops. But everybody holds you in contempt of your mouth. Sorry. But to look at a stereotype, so that's why I said to myself, I'm an honest man. I can let go of stereotypes for you. I can let go of stereotypes for Dave. Because of, wow, one thing that I do know. You know what that is. The truth. Can't judge. Can't hold in contempt what a stereotype is. So here I am. The officer's young. He's inexperienced. He jumped on a null. And officers have done this in the past. Other young, inexperienced officers have came to my house. One officer, Melanson, came to my house, said he said, this is off the record. I said, nothing's off the record when you're in uniform, my friend. Especially.
And we're actually taught that too.
And even when you have a badge, I said, I see you in public without your uniform on, you're not. He said, but I'd shoot you. Oh my God, I'd shoot you if I got a chance. And I went, oh, you fucker. I jumped up and I nearly smashed him in the face with my nose.
Yeah, and he got fired. He got fired within a couple weeks of that happening when he came into my yard. He got fired. It was either him or Kosior that killed or shot that kid in Corona.
We'll let the story, you investigate the story for yourself. I'm not going to speculate, but I know what happened, the truth. Okay, so I'm keeping this for my record, so I don't want to bring him in. But I know what happened to him. And he got kicked off the force for a good reason, because he did that to me. But that's the truth, man. So we can't do that to people. And he stereotyped me. He decided that I am not his social status, not equal. I consider you my equal.
Well, we're all people.
We're all equal, 100%. See, your circumstances, you're our RCMP officer now. There's a purpose.
That's my job.
That's a purpose. Yep. Purpose. And you want a purpose in your life, as I do. My purpose is just thinking about it. You know? Biology. I love biology. I love molecular science.
Is that right?
I put in a complaint about that, but I didn't know who the officer's name was for sure, so I didn't know.
Things that make you think. You know?
I put in a complaint about that, but I didn't know who the officer's name was for sure, so I didn't know. So he harassed me, and it was the whole bunch of the clowns, the whole bunch of the clown crew. And that's a fact on that, but pardon me, gosh darn it. I have a bad hernia and overactive esophageal gland that protects my upper, my trachea. So I apologize. I've got a bad ulcer. It's bad. So anyways, that's what happened. Fucking Nielmeyer comes. They coerce me. They're trying to harass me. It's constant. And it was like, I mean, it was just...
And like, where was I? You know, like I'm like, I know where I was. I wasn't driving on a highway. I wasn't driving on a public roadway. He did not observe me driving. Not even at all. What's he doing there? What's he doing there? Why is he running a license check on my vehicle when it's parked on my property and it's not being operated? Why is he even doing that? So you tell me.
That one.
It's another one of these when John Sims drives by 5 times, I recorded him, and then Melissa and John are having a conference, and I'm like, oh man, they draw attention to themselves so badly because they're so inexperienced in what they're doing. And then I drive down the road, I park, and I'm back an hour and a half later, and Sheldon's in my yard asking for a registration. I don't have to give him that registration legally, do I? No. I should have just... What? How?
And it wasn't Preston.
Because if you're not driving, you have no reason.
I'm going to tell you. No offense to you, but I told him.
Right there. He should have said that wasn't Preston that was in your yard. They had that complaint. He saw the video.
he knew it wasn't Preston. He knew it was Kosior, because I had talked to them and they said, yeah, we saw the video. And they didn't say a word about that it was Kosior, but it was Kosior. Okay, so they were lying. I put in a complaint about Kosior, but I said it was Preston because I didn't know who it was, because they all look alike. And so he was lying right there, and he had seen the video. That's why they came to sign off on this complaint right away, is because they wanted to say, well, look, it's fucked already to begin with, and he signed off on the complaint, right? But they didn't want it. They didn't want to admit, right, that it was Kosior, and that Kosior was coaching Sims and Jones to harass me. And Henninger, he's just like, he was a bad cop to begin with. He had lots of complaints. Everybody was complaining about Henninger. There was lawsuits against Henninger and Kosior too. Lawsuits. That's all right. Spread it around. Go and give these guys the link. Send the link to the RCMP and tell them they need to watch this stuff. But they've got all these videos. I sent the Complaints Commission all these videos. But they can't make heads or tails about something because they didn't know, because they weren't the ones being harassed by these guys, right? If you're not being harassed, it's like hard to put together. You have to know, and you have to have the experience. And if you don't have the experience, and try to make heads or tails of it. I don't know if you will. They harassed me. It's pretty obvious. They're causing this to happen right now today. The same thing today.
I don't trust the system. You don't trust your humanness.
They caused it.
You trust the way the world should be, right? Okay, the truth. Doesn't matter what your truth is. Your truth is the same as mine. Do it. I downloaded the Facebook. I sent it to the RCMP F division. Somebody there. They got the video. So that's all I need to say is I was nice to him, and he still tried to hook me into something. You could see he was grasping. And at the end, when the amount of respect that a person I will let you have all my rights, and a citizen will do this for an officer. They will respect the authority so well that you will have all my rights and carry my rights. And I.
Ask you this. What can I do?
What can I do? He says. Anyway, so that video is 40 minutes long, right? And so these are edited videos of that, but I'll tell you what, I can repost those. The original channel had all these videos in full length posted, right? So you could, they were unedited, but these are edited for content to specify just the illegal acts that they've done, right? That's why they're edited. There's no other reason. But I mean, man, the thing is it takes a while because you have to look back in retrospect and then see, because, you don't think that the cops are harassing you. You think it's innocent, right? Like the Where's Wayne thing. I was like, well, that's not like, I mean, that's just something that happened, right? Where's Wayne, right? That's just something that happened. That's just a coincidence. They thought that I was Wayne. No, that wasn't a coincidence. There was, I put in a complaint to Public Complaints Commission about that, to Regina City Police, as well as the RCMP. And the Where's Wayne thing was some people from Fillmore phoned and said that I was Wayne and said that I lived over here on Fines Drive. Some people gave them my address. They said that this is where Wayne lives. And I don't know, but they said, and the Complaints Commission said that the phone numbers, they wouldn't give me all the phone numbers. You know what I mean? But the phone numbers, were from Saskatchewan, right? And so that's kind of suspicious that the RCMP have the Regina City Police attack me when they're looking for a guy like 320 kilometers north of Saskatoon. So they're looking for a guy way the hell up 600 kilometers away in Regina. You know, it didn't make much sense that they would attack me with all that. You know what I mean? And somebody phoned and said that, right? And gave them the specific address. So that's kind of suspicious. And the thing was, is I had seen a little Ford Explorer or Bronco or whatever the little Ford ones. It's not an Explorer, but what a little Ford was at that time, with the RCMP souvenir plate on the front of the vehicle that day. So I had seen that. So I asked for the phone numbers, but they wouldn't give me all the phone numbers. They called, but they did say that somebody specified on Fines Drive. So that's kind of strange that the RCMP are doing that to a person so far away. So I'm glad. I hope you guys are like, I hope if you're not ridiculing me, I hope you're ridiculing me or you're doing something to incite other people. So go phone people, tell them that I'm threatening the RCMP or something, right? So that everybody watches this, so they're outraged. Can you guys call people up and tell them that like there's some kind of something so people watch this? Okay. Make sure you hate on me. Maybe you can criticize me. Put some criticize this. Say this guy's nuts. Tell people that I'm nuts so they come and watch. You know what I mean? I need people that want to watch this for whatever reason you want to watch it for. I just need you to put this message out there in whatever way you choose to. So if you hate me, I'm glad. If you like me, I'm even better. I'm even more happy with that. But it doesn't matter. You can say that I'm criticizing the RCMP or that Kieth Kosior is the world's greatest guy in the world. Tell them to come and watch this. And tell them to come and watch this. They can give me a thumbs down. They can give me a thumbs up. You can give me anything you want, or you can just take away anything you want. I don't care. But you're still never gonna get away from the truth. The truth is this smirking jackass, this fucking peanut head here, this fucking egoist, he harassed me. His name's Kieth Kosior of Fillmore. And so now I'm going to make a Fillmore channel. It's just going to say Fillmore. That's it, boys, because I've got lots of videos of just Fillmore people. People from Fillmore. I hate it. I hate you all now. It don't matter. It's called blanket immunity. You guys are immune from being liked. You're immune from being like, I don't have to like you. You've got immunity. You're investigating a complaint. Like you. Mm-hmm. I want you to figure out, and because you know what your solution is.
Mm-hmm. I do.
And you do know what you're going to do way before you got here. Mm-hmm. You need
well,
to
I
do
have
that.
an idea. I have a
we need is the truth there, Nielmeyer, where all we need is the truth there. Maybe you were confused. Is that the truth? You could admit that you're confused if that's really what you were, but I don't think you were confused. That's why you brought the paperwork. Pretty fucking humiliated. You know what? Tell you one thing, I feel better having a witness. Does help to make this recording, because I don't know why I should feel humiliated.
RCMP.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Could be better, could be worse. Unfortunately.
How can we help you there?
Pardon me?
How can we help you there?
Yeah, my neighbor across the street threatened me just now. And
Where are you calling from?
Fillmore.
What's your address, sir?
94 Main Street, Dale Lakeman?
No, sorry, what was that? RCMP.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Could be better, could be worse. Unfortunately.
How can we help you there?
Pardon me?
How can we help you there?
Yeah, my neighbor across the street threatened me just now. And
Where are you calling from?
Fillmore.
What's your address, sir?
94 Main Street, Dale Dale Lakeman.
No, sorry, what was that?
Dale Lakeman is my name.
Oh, Dale, okay. Gotcha.
Dale.
And do you have a phone number there, Dale?
Oh, no, I don't. I have a Google phone. Sorry.
Okay.
So my phone doesn't take
what's
calls.
What's your neighbor's name?
Gary.
Jerry?
Gary, I believe. Gary.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Do you know his address, or?
Like a few houses away from mine.
Okay. Do you know his last name?
I don't really, honestly.
No. Oh.
No.
Okay. And what happened there with him?
Okay, so I drove my motorcycle by and I noticed he was videoing me with his phone. So I stopped and I said, "You do not have my permission to videotape me or post me on the internet." And he started swearing at me and said he didn't give a fuck, and he threatened me. He said, "I'm going to beat the shit out of you." He tried to get me to come onto his property. I said, "No, I have no animosity towards you or your wife." He said I threatened his wife. I said, "No, I have no animosity towards either of you. I definitely did not threaten anyone and never would, because that would cause trouble for me." So, so then he went on and he was recording it all. He told me he's going to kick the shit out of me and all kinds of stuff. And I just kept on telling him, "You do not have my permission to video me, and you do not have my permission to post me." And he said he was going to post me, and he said he was going to, I don't know. I said it would be pretty childish, because he said a whole bunch of like different things, but he recorded it all on his phone, so you could probably just ask for his phone.
Okay, like did he threaten to?
Oh yeah, beat the shit out of me. He said it's lucky that he doesn't come over and kick the shit out of me right now over to my house. Yeah, he threatened to come over to my house and kick the shit out of me, and it's all on his phone anyways, recorded. I didn't record anything because really I have no animosity towards him. I did not expect that. But when he was recording me, I just thought I'd stop and say, "You do not have my permission," and that's my law. That's Canadian law. Says if you do not give your permission, then he doesn't. So, but he just did what he did. So, I'd just like to charge him with threatening. Thank you.
Okay, and you don't have a phone number?
No, you can come to my house. Yeah, Melissa, Kieth.
Yeah, so they did what people do on social media, right? They weaponized the camera. So they attacked me with their camera to threaten me. And that's what a lot of people do. If you notice, auditors do that. They use their camera in a threatening way. And so people get threatened and they're like, "Holy fuck, what do I do with this guy threatening me with a camera," right? And that's what they did. Gary and Lorna ran out onto the street and threatened me with their camera. They threatened me. They said they were going to kill me. They were going to kick shit out of me, burn my place down, all kinds of stuff. And they said that Kieth Kosior told them to do that. So they used the camera as a weapon. And I thought, well, fuck, you don't go walking around filming people, and you don't go especially running up to them, threatening them and filming them. But see, that's what people have done to me on social media since, right? They take my videos and say, "Look, this guy's nuts. Look at he's here. Look, we can criticize him." They weaponized my YouTube channel against me, right? And that's what they're doing. And today even, I'm ranting, I'm pissed off. Well, you're trying to weaponize this against me. No, this is genuine outrage. This isn't somebody that wasn't harassed by this. I have been harassed by Kieth Kosior. Nielmeyer harassed me. You guys on the internet harassed me. I'm not some person that goes to a church and, films people because I'm harassing. No, Kieth Kosior harassed me. Nielmeyer harassed me. My neighbors threatening me, and Kieth Kosior saw it. Nielmeyer saw it, but they did nothing about it. So next time, there is no more fucking me getting harassed by these people because they can get away with it because they want to. You want to get away with this?
You know what he looks like, and he was yelling and screaming something. I don't know what he was yelling, but it was obviously a threat. He's obviously acting pretty threatening. He's definitely afraid to come in, though.
Get away with threatening me anymore because the police aren't going to do nothing about it. So now I have to.
Hi, how are you?
I have to do something about it now, guys.
Could be better, could be worse. Unfortunately. Pardon me?
How can we help you there?
Yeah, my neighbor across the street threatened me just now. And he
Where are
was,
you calling from?
Fillmore.
What's your address, sir?
94 Main Street. Date.
A reasonable person would have went over or had a fight with you. Would have went over and fucking had a fight with you. Anyone besides a reasonable person. And it's because I was reasonable, I went and I phoned the police. I phoned the police because I'm reasonable. This kind of thing that's not a reasonable thing to do to a person. This is not reasonable. This is something that's not reasonable. The guy is a fucking clown.
Of the
clown.
Fillmore RCMP detachment. Dun 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 da 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 da. He's mad at my sticks.
Exact same thing. Exact same person.
Yeah,
here's the same person.
You know what he looks like, and he was yelling and screaming something. I don't know what he was yelling, but it was obviously a threat.
These people, they are the same people. These two are the same kind of cowards. That's what they do. And because I let them threaten me, they did. And that's what happened. And I said, well, it's kind of intrusive to film somebody. So I didn't think it was legal. I thought, well, that's not very nice. And I don't go around filming people that I don't need to film. Especially I walk around trying to make a tourist video. So maybe some people will be happy with my content. That's what I'm trying to do. When I sing songs, I want you to be happy with my content. And I've been lying to you guys. I'm not happy. You know, I can sing a song, but I can't sing a song anymore because there's no joy in my heart. You know, there's no joy left. These guys have destroyed my life. It's a fact. They did it on purpose. Don't ever lie about that. You can't lie to me anyways. Pieces of shit.
Could be better.
Fucking scumbag.
Unfortunately. Pardon me. How are you, man? Could be worse.
How come you keep putting stuff up around town with my name on it?
Was that your name?
Yeah.
Are you Keith?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Somebody told me that you were talking nasty about me at a golf tournament.
Well,
I wonder what that was about.
Listen,
was that true then?
No, that's not true.
Okay, well then
what I'll
I
tell
have
you,
to
Dale,
say,
if I see my stuff up around town with my name on it again, I will charge you with harassment.
Okay.
Criminal harassment. Do you understand that?
Okay. I prefer not to associate with you, fine sir.
I prefer you not associate with me either.
Okay. Have a good day. I think.
But if I see my name on
I think
something
that's
around
a gentleman's
town,
agreement.
if
Yes,
I
sir.
see something, you understand me, Dale?
Well, I think we understand each other.
I think we understand each other now, for sure.
If we fully do the exact same thing.
No, I think you understand here.
Thing, like
listen to me,
treat
Dale.
each other
Dale.
with respect.
Listen, I've always treated with
respect.
I see stuff up around town with my name on it. Again,
from now on,
I will come and find you, and I will arrest you, and I will charge you with criminal harassment.
So as long as we treat each other with equal respect, I think that would be a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, and that's all I've ever shown you.
Me.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Never again, Dale.
Have a good
I'm
day.
not shaking your hand anymore. I
well,
shook your hand before. After the first time,
that's
and you go around saying stuff about me, yelling stuff on the street. I'm not doing that again.
On the street?
Yeah, you were yelling stuff on the street.
Well,
yes.
I have you on lots of videos, so.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, what we'll do is we'll
go.
leave it at this.
No, we'll leave it at this, Dale.
Agreement that we will treat each other. How are you, man? Could be worse.
How come you keep putting stuff up around town with my name on it?
Was that your name?
Yeah.
Are you Keith?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Somebody told me that you were talking nasty about me at a golf tournament.
Well,
I wonder what that was about.
Listen,
was that true then?
No, that's not true.
Okay, well then
what I'll
I
tell
have
you,
to
Dale,
say,
if I see my stuff up around town with my name on it again, I will charge you with harassment.
Okay.
Criminal harassment. Do you understand that?
Okay. I prefer not to associate with you, fine sir.
I prefer you not associate with me either.
Okay. Have a good day. I think.
But if I see my name on
I think
something
that's
around
a gentleman's
town,
agreement.
if
Yes,
I
sir.
see something, you understand me, Dale?
Well, I think we understand each other.
I think we understand each other now.
Your name is Keith Kosior, and you fucking harassed me, you piece of shit.
And yeah, you managed by using your influence to turn it around on me. But you're a cocksucking piece of shit. Your fucking nose has got fucking shit on it so fucking bad. It's fucking you fucking piece of shit. Are you a scumbag drug dealer? Kosher? You fucking do a deal with drug dealers. You drive around fucking letting drug dealers fucking distribute drugs to people. Are you a fucking fag? What the fuck is up with you, Kosher? You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit, Kosher. You're a piece of shit, Kosher. And fuck you, Kosher. Fuck you, Kosher. Fuck you, Kosher. Fuck you, Kosher. Go suck Nielmeyer's dick, you fucking two fucking pieces of shit.
Be worse.
How come you keep putting stuff up around town with my name on it?
Was that your name?
Yeah.
Are you Keith?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Somebody told me that you were talking nasty about me at a golf tournament.
Well,
I wonder what that was about.
Listen,
was that true then?
No, that's not true.
Okay, well then
what I'll
I
tell
have
you,
to
Dale,
say,
if I see my stuff up around town with my name on it again, I will charge you with harassment.
Okay.
Criminal harassment. Do you understand that?
Okay. I prefer not to associate with you, fine sir.
I prefer you not associate with me either.
Okay. Have a good day. I think.
But if I see my name on
I think
something
that's
around
a gentleman's
town,
agreement. Yes,
if I
sir.
see something, you understand me, Dale?
Well, I think we understand each other.
I think we understand each other now, for
if
sure.
If we fully do the exact same thing.
No, I think you understand here.
Like
listen to me,
treat
Dale.
each other
Dale.
with respect.
Listen, I've always treated with
respect.
I see stuff up around town with my name on it. Again,
from now on,
I will come and find you, and I will arrest you, and I will charge you with criminal harassment.
So as long as we treat each other with equal respect, I think that would be a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, and that's all I've ever shown you.
Me.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Never again, Dale.
Have a good
I'm
day.
not shaking your hand anymore. I shook your hand before. After the first time.
That's
and you go around saying stuff about me, yelling stuff on the street. I'm not doing that again.
On the street?
Yeah, you were yelling stuff on the street.
Well,
yes.
I have you on lots of videos, so.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, what we'll do is we'll
go.
leave it at this.
No, we'll leave it at this,
As a gentleman's agreement that we will treat each other. How are you, man? Be worse.
How come you keep putting stuff up around town with my name on it?
Was that your name?
Yeah.
Are you Keith?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Somebody told me that you were talking nasty about me at a golf tournament.
Well,
I wonder what that was about.
Listen,
was that true then?
No, that's not true.
Okay, well then
what I'll
I
tell
have
you,
to
Dale,
say,
if I see my stuff up around town with my name on it again, I will charge you with harassment.
Okay.
Criminal harassment. Do you understand that?
Okay. I prefer not to associate with you, fine sir.
I prefer you not associate with me either.
Okay. Have a good day. I think.
But if I see my name on
I think
something
that's
around
a gentleman's
town,
agreement.
if
Yes,
I
sir.
see something, you understand me, Dale?
Well, I think we understand each other.
I think we understand each other now, for
if
sure.
If we fully do the exact same thing.
No, I think you understand here.
Like
listen to me,
treat
Dale.
each other
Dale.
with respect.
Listen, I've always treated with
respect.
I see stuff up around town with my name on it. Again,
from now on,
I will come and find you, and I will arrest you, and I will charge you with criminal harassment.
So as long as we treat each other with equal respect, I think that would be a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, and that's all I've ever shown you.
Me.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Never again, Dale.
Have a good
I'm
day.
not shaking your hand anymore. I
well,
shook your hand before. After the first time,
that's
and you
go
around saying stuff about me, yelling stuff on the street. I'm not doing that again.
On the street?
Yeah, you were yelling stuff on the street.
Well,
yes.
I have you on lots of videos, so.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, what we'll do is we'll
go.
leave it at this.
No, we'll
As
leave
a
it at
gentleman's
this,
agreement that
no,
we will
not
treat each other. How are you, man? Be worse.
How come you keep putting stuff up around town with my name on it?
Was that your name?
Yeah.
Are you Keith?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Somebody told me that you were talking nasty about me at a golf tournament.
Well,
I wonder what that was about.
Listen,
was that true then?
No, that's not true.
Okay, well then
what I'll
I
tell
have
you,
to
Dale,
say,
if I see my stuff up around town with my name on it again, I will charge you with harassment.
Okay.
Criminal harassment. Do you understand that?
Okay. I prefer not to associate with you, fine sir.
I prefer you not associate with me either.
Okay. Have a good day. I think.
But if I see my name on
I think
something
that's
around
a gentleman's
town,
agreement. Yes,
if I
sir.
see something, you understand me, Dale?
Well, I think we understand each other.
I think we understand each other now, for sure.
If we fully do the exact same thing.
No, I think you understand here.
Like
listen to me,
treat
Dale.
each other
Dale.
with respect.
Listen, I've always treated with respect. I see stuff up around town with my name on it. Again,
from now on,
I will come and find you, and I will arrest you, and I will charge you with criminal harassment.
So as long as we treat each other with equal respect, I think that would be a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, and that's all I've ever shown you.
Me.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Never again, Dale.
Have a good
I'm
day.
not shaking your hand anymore. I
well,
shook your hand before. After the first time,
that's
and you go around saying stuff about me, yelling stuff on the street. I'm not doing that
stuff
again.
on the street?
Yeah, you were yelling stuff on the
Really?
street.
Well,
yes.
I have you on lots of videos, so.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, what we'll do
There
is
you
we'll
go.
leave it at this.
No, we'll
As
leave
a
it at
gentleman's
this, Dale.
agreement that
No,
we will
not a
treat each
gentleman-
other. How are you, man? Be worse?
How come you keep putting stuff up around town with my name on it?
Was that your name?
Yeah.
Are you Keith?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Somebody told me that you were talking nasty about me at a golf tournament.
Well,
I wonder what that was about.
listen, I'll
Was
tell-
that true then?
No, that's not true.
Okay, well then
What I'll
I
tell
have
you,
to
Dale,
say,
if I see
my
if I see my
apologies.
stuff up around town with my name on it again, I will charge you with harassment.
Okay.
Criminal harassment. Do you understand that?
Okay. I prefer not to associate with you, fine sir.
I prefer you not associate with me either.
Okay. Have a good day. I think.
But
that's
if I see my name
I
on
think
something
that's a
around
gentleman's
town,
agreement.
if
Yes,
I
sir.
see something, you understand me, Dale?
Well, I think we understand each other.
I think we
and
understand
that's
each
full-
other now, for
if
sure.
we fully do the exact same thing.
No, I think you
exact
understand
same
here.
thing, like
Listen to me.
equally
Listen to me,
treat
Dale.
each other
Dale.
with respect. If
Listen,
we treat each other
I've
with
always
equal
treated with respect. I see
So
stuff
then
up
from
around
now
town
on
with my
we
name
will.
on it. Again,
From now on
I will
we
come
will.
and find you, and I will arrest you, and I will charge you with criminal
So
harassment.
as long as we treat each other with equal respect, I think that would be a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, and that's
That
all
would
I've
be
ever
fine
shown
with
you.
me.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Never again, Dale.
Have a
No,
good
I'm
day.
not shaking your hand anymore. I
Well,
shook your
you know
hand
what?
before.
I
After
really-
the first
you know,
time,
that's
and
the
you
problem.
go around saying stuff about
Is-
me, yelling stuff on the street. I'm not
Yelling
doing that
stuff on
again.
the street?
Yeah, you were yelling stuff on the
Really?
street.
Well,
yes.
I have you on lots of videos, so.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, what we'll do
There
is
you
we'll
go.
leave it at this.
No, we'll
As
leave
a
it at
gentleman's
this, Dale.
agreement that
No,
we
not
will
a
treat each
gentleman-
other. How are you, man? Be worse?
How come you keep putting stuff up around town with my name on it?
Was that your name?
Yeah.
Are you Keith?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Somebody told me that you were talking nasty about me at a golf tournament.
Well,
I wonder what that was about.
listen, I'll
Was
tell-
that true then?
No, that's not true.
Okay, well then
What I'll
I
tell
have
you,
to
Dale,
say,
if I see
my
if I see my
apologies.
stuff up around town with my name on it again, I will charge you with harassment.
Okay.
Criminal harassment. Do you understand that?
Okay. I prefer not to associate with you, fine sir.
I prefer you not associate with me either.
Okay. Have a good day. I think.
But if I see my name on
I think
something
that's a
around
gentleman's
town,
agreement.
if
Yes,
I
sir.
see something, you understand me, Dale?
Well, I think we understand each
I
other.
think we
and
understand
that's
each
full-
other now, for
if
sure.
we fully do the exact same thing.
No, I think you
exact
understand
same
here.
thing, like
Listen to me.
equally
Listen to me,
treat
Dale.
each other
Dale.
with respect. If
Listen,
we treat each other
I've
with
always
equal
treated with respect. I see
So
stuff
then
up
from
around
now
town
on
with my
we
name
will.
on it. Again,
From now on
I will
we
come
will.
and find you, and I will arrest you, and I will charge you with criminal
So
harassment.
as long as we treat each other with equal respect, I think that would be a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, and that's
That
all
would
I've
be
ever
fine
shown you.
with me.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Never again, Dale.
Have a
No,
good
I'm
day.
not shaking your hand anymore. I
Well,
shook your
you know
hand
what?
before.
I
After
really-
the first
you know,
time,
that's
and
the
you
problem.
go around saying stuff about
Is-
me, yelling stuff on the street. I'm not
Yelling
doing that
stuff on
again.
the street?
Yeah, you were yelling stuff on the
Really?
street.
Well,
yes.
I have you on lots of videos, so.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, what we'll do
There
is
you
we'll
go.
leave it at this.
No, we'll
As
leave
a
it at
gentleman's
this, Dale.
agreement that
No,
we will
not a
treat each
gentleman-
other. How are you, man? Be worse?
How come you keep putting stuff up around town with my name on it?
Was that your name?
Yeah.
Are you Keith?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Somebody told me that you were talking nasty about me at a golf tournament.
Well,
I wonder what that was about.
listen, I'll
Was
tell-
that true then?
No, that's not true.
Okay, well then
What I'll
I
tell
have
you,
to
Dale,
say,
if I see
my
if I see my
apologies.
stuff up around town with my name on it again, I will charge you with harassment.
Okay.
Criminal harassment. Do you understand that?
Okay. I prefer not to associate with you, fine sir.
I prefer you not associate with me either.
Okay. Have a good day. I think.
But
that's
if I see my name
I
on
think
something
that's a
around
gentleman's
town,
agreement.
if
Yes,
I
sir.
see something, you understand me, Dale?
Well, I think we understand each
I
other.
think we
and
understand
that's
each
full-
other now, for
if
sure.
we fully do the exact same thing.
No, I think you
exact
understand
same
here.
thing, like
Listen to me.
equally
Listen to me,
treat
Dale.
each other
Dale.
with respect. If
Listen,
we treat each other
I've
with
always
equal
treated with respect. I see
So
stuff
then
up
from
around
now
town
on
with my
we
name
will.
on it. Again,
From now on
I will
we
come
will.
and find you, and I will arrest you, and I will charge you with criminal
So
harassment.
as long as we treat each other with equal respect, I think that would be a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, and that's
That
all
would
I've
be
ever
fine
shown
with
you.
me.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Never again, Dale.
Have a
No,
good
I'm
day.
not shaking your hand anymore. I
Well,
shook your
you know
hand
what?
before.
I
After
really-
the first
you know,
time,
that's
and
the
you
problem.
go around saying stuff about
Is-
me, yelling stuff on the street. I'm not
Yelling
doing that
stuff on
again.
the street?
Yeah, you were yelling stuff on the
Really?
street.
Well,
yes.
I have you on lots of videos, so.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, what we'll do
There
is
you
we'll
go.
leave it at this.
No, we'll
As
leave
a
it at
gentleman's
this, Dale.
agreement that
No,
we
not
will
a
treat each
gentleman-
other. How are you, man? Be worse?
How come you keep putting stuff up around town with my name on it?
Was that your name?
Yeah.
Are you Keith?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Somebody told me that you were talking nasty about me at a golf tournament.
Well,
I wonder what that was about.
listen,
Was that true then?
No, that's not true.
Okay, well then
What I'll
I
tell
have
you,
to
Dale,
say,
if I see
my
my stuff up around town with my name on it again, I will charge you with harassment.
Okay.
Criminal harassment. Do you understand that?
Okay. I prefer not to associate with you, fine sir.
I prefer you not associate with me either.
Okay. Have a good day. I think.
But if I see my name on
I think
something
that's
around
a gentleman's
town,
agreement.
if
Yes,
I
sir.
see something, you understand me, Dale?
Well, I think we understand each other.
I think we
and
understand
that's
each
full-
other now, for
if
sure.
we fully do the exact same thing.
No, I think you
exact
understand
same
here.
thing, like
Listen to me.
equally
Listen to me,
treat
Dale.
each other
Dale.
with respect.
Listen,
if we treat each other
I've
with
always
equal
treated with respect. I see
So
stuff
then
up
from
around
now
town
on,
with my
we
name
will.
on it. Again,
From now on,
I will
we
come
will.
and find you, and I will arrest you, and I will charge you with criminal
So
harassment.
as long as we treat each other with equal respect, I think that would be a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, and that's
That
all
would
I've
be
ever
fine
shown you.
with me.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Never again, Dale.
Have a
No,
good
I'm
day.
not shaking your hand anymore. I
Well,
shook your
you know
hand
what?
before.
I
After
really-
the first
you know,
time,
that's
and
the
you
problem.
go around saying stuff about
Is-
me, yelling stuff on the street. I'm not
Yelling
doing that
stuff
again.
on the street?
Yeah, you were yelling stuff on the
Really?
street.
Well,
yes.
I have you on lots of videos, so.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, what we'll do
There
is
you
we'll
go.
leave it at this.
No, we'll
As
leave
a
it at
gentleman's
this, Dale.
agreement that
No,
we will
not a
treat each
gentleman-
other. How are you, man? Be worse.
How can you keep putting stuff up around town with my name on it?
Was that your name?
Yeah.
Are you Keith?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Somebody told me that you were talking nasty about me at a golf tournament.
Well,
I wonder what that was about.
listen,
Was that true then?
No, that's not true.
Okay, well then
What I'll
I
tell
have
you,
to
Dale,
say,
if I see
my
my stuff up around town with my name on it again, I will charge you with harassment.
Okay.
Criminal harassment. Do you understand that?
Okay. I prefer not to associate with you, fine sir.
I prefer you not associate with me either.
Okay. Have a good day. I think.
But
that's
if I see my name
I
on
think
something
that's a
around
gentleman's
town,
agreement.
if
Yes,
I
sir.
see something, you understand me, Dale?
Well, I think we understand each
I
other.
think we
and
understand
that's
each
full-
other now, for
if
sure.
we fully do the exact same thing.
No, I think you
exact
understand
same
here.
thing, like
Listen to me.
equally
Listen to me,
treat
Dale.
each other
Dale.
with respect. If
Listen,
we treat each other
I've
with
always
equal
treated with respect. I see
So
stuff
then
up
from
around
now
town
on,
with my
we
name
will.
on it. Again,
From now on,
I will
we
come
will.
and find you, and I will arrest you, and I will charge you with criminal
So
harassment.
as long as we treat each other with equal respect, I think that would be a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, and that's
That
all
would
I've
be
ever
fine
shown you.
with me.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Never again, Dale.
Have a
No,
good
I'm
day.
not shaking your hand anymore. I
Well,
shook your
you know
hand
what?
before. After
really-
the first
you know,
time,
that's
and
the
you
problem.
go around saying stuff about
Is-
me, yelling stuff on the street. I'm not
Yelling
doing that
stuff on
again.
the street?
Yeah, you were yelling stuff on the
Really?
street.
Well,
yes.
I have you on lots of videos, so.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, what we'll do
There
is
you
we'll
go.
leave it at this.
No, we'll
As
leave
a
it at
gentleman's
this, Dale.
agreement that
No,
we will
not a
treat each
gentleman-
other. How are you, man? Be worse.
How can you keep putting stuff up around town with my name on it?
Was that your name?
Yeah.
Are you Keith?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Somebody told me that you were talking nasty about me at a golf tournament.
Well,
I wonder what that was about.
listen,
Was that true then?
No, that's not true.
Okay, well then
What I'll
I
tell
have
you,
to
Dale,
say,
if I see
my
my
apologies.
stuff up around town with my name on it again, I will charge you with harassment.
Okay.
Criminal harassment. Do you understand that?
Okay. I prefer not to associate with you, fine sir.
I prefer you not associate with me either.
Okay. Have a good day. I think.
But if I see my name on
I think
something
that's a
around
gentleman's
town,
agreement.
if
Yes,
I
sir.
see something, you understand me, Dale?
Well, I think we understand each
I
other.
think we
and
understand
that's
each
full-
other now, for
if
sure.
we fully do the exact same thing.
No, I think you
exact
understand
same
here.
thing, like
Listen to me.
equally
Listen to me,
treat
Dale.
each other
Dale.
with respect. If
Listen,
we treat each other
I've
with
always
equal
treated with respect. I see
So
stuff
then
up
from
around
now
town
on,
with my
we
name
will.
on it. Again,
From now on,
I will
we
come
will.
and find you, and I will arrest you, and I will charge you with criminal
So
harassment.
as long as we treat each other with equal respect, I think that would be a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, and that's
That
all
would
I've
be
ever
fine
shown you.
with me.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Never again, Dale.
Have a
No,
good
I'm
day.
not shaking your hand anymore. I
Well,
shook your
you know
hand
what?
before. After
really-
the first
you know,
time,
that's
and
the
you
problem.
go around saying stuff about
Is-
me, yelling stuff on the street. I'm not
Yelling
doing that
stuff on
again.
the street?
Yeah, you were yelling stuff on the
Really?
street.
Well,
yes.
I have you on lots of videos, so.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, what we'll do
There
is
you
we'll
go.
leave it at this.
No, we'll
As
leave
a
it at
gentleman's
this, Dale.
agreement that
No,
we
not
will
a
treat each
gentleman-
other. How are you, man? Be worse.
How can you keep putting stuff up around town with my name on it?
Was that your name?
Yeah.
Are you Keith?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Somebody told me that you were talking nasty about me at a golf tournament.
Well,
I wonder what that was about.
listen,
Was that true then?
No, that's not true.
Okay, well then
What I'll
I
tell
have
you,
to
Dale,
say,
if I see
my
my
apologies.
stuff up around town with my name on it again, I will charge you with harassment.
Okay.
Criminal harassment. Do you understand that?
Okay. I prefer not to associate with you, fine sir.
I prefer you not associate with me either.
Okay. Have a good day. I think.
But if I see my name on
I think
something
that's
around
a gentleman's
town,
agreement. Yes,
if I
sir.
see something, you understand me, Dale?
Well, I think we understand each other.
I think we understand each other now, for sure.
If we fully do the exact same thing.
No, I think you understand here.
Like listen to me,
Dale.
Treat each other with respect.
Listen, I've always treated with
respect.
I see stuff up around town with my name on it. Again,
from now on,
I will come and find you, and I will arrest you, and I will charge you with criminal harassment.
So as long as we treat each other with equal respect, I think that would be a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, and that's all I've ever shown you.
Me.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Never again, Dale.
No,
I'm not shaking your hand anymore. I
well,
shook your hand before. After the first time.
Yeah, you won't shake my hand. You won't shake my hand because you're not a gentleman. You kept on wanting to harass me. You want to feel like you're so much more powerful than everybody else in the world. You're going to tell me, you're going to lay down the law, how you can harass me, but I can't say anything about it. Well, guess what, Keith Kosior? Here it is. It's fucking continuing on. It's going to continue on until I get the right answer to the fucking complaint. That's the right answer. I need the right answer. You're going to continue to fucking give me the wrong answer? Well, you know what? You're fucked in there.
There's a systemic problem with accountability for police officers, and the Crown Prosecution Service is a major player in that. There's a systemic problem with accountability for police officers and the Crown Prosecution Service.
Murder me. They're murderers. Now we're going to go to another part of the same thing because it's been going on for so many years that it's not ending. Not ending. And they did it, and it's Keith Kosior that did it. No question about that. They fucking tried to murder me. They tried to murder me. So we move on to some more videos, more videos here, and we move on again. So this is how the complaint system works.
Even though, why didn't you? Because the very people who would be signing off on the decision are the people who harassed me. So how do I stand a fair chance if the person I'm complaining about is the ultimate decision maker of that internal investigation? I don't stand a chance, clearly. And even though, why didn't you? Because the very people who would be signing off on the decision are the people who harassed me. So how do I stand a fair chance if the person I'm complaining about...
Well, I wonder, like they know, obviously. They're not stupid. Brian's joke about the peanuts were good. He said 2 peanuts walked into a bar and one was assaulted. Oh, no. I'm so fucking stressed. Hey, there we go. We're all crazy in Canada. Crazy Canucks, man. Crazy Canucks. We control the internet. Can you tell me, why are the RCMP... Yeah, I don't know. I can't go very much farther in this because this deals with suicide. YouTube might take my account down, so I don't know. I didn't mark my things properly, probably. Who knows? So I don't know how much further I can go into this part of the segment because YouTube might, take my channel down for talking about suicide, etc. They tried to murder me. Pulling into my yard, just driving into my driveway, and then turning around and backing up. Why are the RCMP doing that? I can see, if someone's harassing me, other than the RCMP, I could see some harassers harassing me. Why are the RCMP pulling into my yard and then driving away? That's what I'd really like to know. I'd like to know why
the RCMP like are so stupid that they're harassing me? Why are the RCMP doing that? Why is that? Like, seriously, right? Do you get it? Do you get why is this guy doing this? That's an RCMP. That's RCMP. Now that is harassment. That's what that's called. That's called harassment by an RCMP officer. That's what that's called. That's called harassment. Okay, now am I finally back on here or what? Things were a little messed up on the stream there maybe for a bit. I don't care. Well, I do care, but I mean, it's not terribly important. This is not a real terribly organized stream, is it? So thanks for joining in. All you guys are great and people are great. And I'll tell you what you want to do. You want to give the link to anybody and tell them I'm crazy, tell them I'm nuts, do whatever you want to do. Make some outrage, say something outrageous, say something that will make people want to go like, what the fuck? And come over and listen or watch my videos, right? That's what we want. We want people to be outraged, guys. We want people to be like, oh my God, anything could happen. Let's watch his videos because holy fuck, oh my God. You know what I mean? We want people to be aware that the cops are what creates this. And it's not just the cops. It's people like Tony Guerrine, social workers, everybody, just people, random citizens will join in and harass a person because, you know, like, seriously, the RCMP could be your best friends. Let's go over and harass Dale Lake, man, and say that Keith Kosior is a real fucking great guy. So that, I mean, Keith Kosior, next time I'm driving with my fentanyl in my car, Keith Kosior will say, well, you only have one fentanyl. It's okay because you're a drug addict. We'll let the drug addict with the fentanyl go. Oh, if you're drunk, well, how drunk are you? Well, you haven't crashed or killed anybody yet. It's okay because you said that Dale was a bad guy. So, I mean, here we go. We'll let you drive drunk till you kill my grandmother. Oh, my goodness. Keith Kosior will let you drive drunk because he doesn't care about anybody else except for himself. He wants you to harass me. That's what Keith Kosior wants. Keith Kosior wants you to harass me because you know why? Because he's a piece of shit. Hey, guess what? And I don't think I can play any more of these videos on this channel, on this one right here, because of the fact that they deal with suicide. Every one of them deals with suicide. So I don't think I can do that because they'll fuck me up. You guys, you clowns, you trolls will harass me. You guys will get, oh, so here's one about Keith. This is Keith. Keith harasses a Down syndrome child here. He handcuffs a kid.
This story.
This is the one. Keith harasses a
This
kid.
was posted on CBC News here on July 6th, 2018. So, father and son pulled over by Saskatchewan RCMP after stopping on a rural road after a bathroom break. A man with a son that has Down syndrome was stopped and handcuffed by police on a rural highway, Highway 33, southeast Saskatchewan. Fillmore RCMP were called by a property owner that saw the individuals but did not even mention a single word to these people. Just kept driving down the road.
These people.
Now, if that property owner
RCMP
would have
paid
said
these
to the
guys
people,
money.
"What are you doing?"
They paid money.
Said to the people, "What are you doing?"
There's no
People
other.
would have said,
Nobody said anything else, but they
"We're
paid
going to
money.
the bathroom. My
Now
son
these
has
native
Down
people.
syndrome. I think he was going to go to the bathroom.
They're in a
so I
corner
went to the
now because they
bathroom
got
myself."
paid. When you get paid,
Just
you got to
like
shut
any
the fuck
person
up.
would do.
You're not. It's not
With a son with
racism
Down
anymore after you get
syndrome
paid.
That has immediate needs.
It's not racism or bigotry after you get paid.
Okay?
It's like,
if you
oh,
would
well,
have
it was a
said something
mistake.
to that person,
The guy paid us.
this young man with his
Don't
son,
take the cash
who
from
has
these
Down
fucking
syndrome,
bigots
who has
to allow them to be
immediate
bigots.
on the side of the highway.
instead of saying, oh, I'm all paranoid, I think somebody's breaking into my place or something, and calling your friends,
bigots,
the RCMP
calling,
Fillmore,
well,
who are bigots
it's
and
they're
racist,
colored people. Let's call the cops
then that
because we
whole
got to get
incident
Keith
would have been
Kosior out here
avoided.
to be a bigot to him.
This young man
Oh,
was
let's call the
traumatized
racist
by the
RCMP.
officers.
The RCMP are racist. Let's call them.
He has
We
Down
got some
syndrome.
brown
Do you
people
want
over
him to
here. Let's
actually
get
be
them.
scared of RCMP? No. So think about what you're doing.
Whoa, hey, red, great,
This guy probably wasn't scared.
Maybe we can
This
hang
guy,
them.
We
We
might
can
have
hang
been
them
a little
both. Look at
afraid.
them. Look at them. They look different than us.
He wonders why anyone would put his dad in handcuffs. How about you being in handcuffs?
RCMP are bigots.
How would that
RCMP are
impress
bigots.
your son?
Whole
If you
MPs.
got to the end of your road there, and you had to go to the bathroom, your son had to go to the bathroom because he has Down syndrome, and you're just on the end of your road. Somebody made some mistakes. And this man here,
RCMP are bigots.
Here,
The government says that the RCMP did wrong.
Acknowledgement.
Ryan speaking.
Hi, it's Dale Lakeman calling. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Could be worse.
Could be worse. It's Friday. It's hot outside.
Oh yeah, it's warm, isn't it? Good
Yeah, I believe you're in Regina, correct?
Be nice to have an ocean close by, but we're a little too far.
That's quite a tall order from Saskatchewan, yeah. Alright,
So,
I'm just going to open up your file here. Sorry, computer's running a bit slow today.
it's Friday.
It is Friday. Alright, so I had an opportunity to discuss your complaint with my supervisor.
Okay.
Just to make sure that she could give me the feedback, and so I didn't miss anything, and so I wasn't jumping any guns in processes, and making sure that we can work as efficiently together as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So I explained to her the issues. I said, here's X, Y, and Z. This is what has happened. And she said, okay. And so we did a bit of research into mental health.
So he wanted to make sure that he had everything accurate.
I'll call it treated.
He wanted to cross his T's and dot his I's. He did a full, real investigation and found out that the RCMP
and so from this stage, the first step of the complaint process would be to
corrected,
to
but
the
then they
quality
fucking
of
lied
care
again.
coordinator for the region.
They want to admit responsibility to a higher
That's what I was
order.
going to talk to you about today. Now, I know that you don't have a phone, so I would be comfortable reaching out to them and getting them to contact you, or I can provide you a phone number to contact them. Just whatever would be easiest for you, so that we can get that contact going.
Yeah, no, if you reach out to them and give them my mailing address, etc., and all my information that you want to, and you go ahead, and then I think that would probably be even more beneficial, because
So just to be completely confirmed, I have your permission to give your mailing address, and I would say email address to them so they can reach out and speak with you.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so Dale, I will do that right now because I'm not super busy today.
Okay, thank you.
I won't guarantee, of course, they will speak to you today, but I'm hoping, because Monday's a holiday, that they get back to you early in the next week.
Sure.
And
Sounds good.
I would say if you don't have any sort of response by Friday, just give me a call or send me an email back where I either
It is a Canadian citizen's right to film police officers, and it's public property. I just thought I'd tell you, this is public property, and it's a Canadian citizen's right to film, and it's my right to have social media. So your fucking court is fucked. You fucking guys are idiots. Fuck you. This is the RCMP headquarters. I'm going to put in a fucking complaint against you now. And judge, I'm going down to the legislature. So I'm going down to the fucking legislature. stay on my live stream. I could get murdered. This is RCMP headquarters, all of Canada. This is where I'm putting in my complaint today, people. Here comes the complaint about the RCMP attempting to murder me because Nielmeyer knew. Nielmeyer knew, and I told him it was all theatrics. Nielmeyer, I recorded everything when you came to my place. This is RCMP headquarters. I'm going to get arrested, and then I'm going to go into court, and I'm going to ask why you did that. I'm going to ask why you did that. So here we are.
Could be tomorrow, could be next week, could be every day. It could be that day, that special occasion where the prime minister is coming, or, you know, the queen or the king or fucking somebody, backwards walking horse. It could be that there's some special ceremony at the RCMP depot division and that I'm there with a loudspeaker and I'm making a disturbance. And I'm fucking going to be doing it. And I promise you that I will fucking disturb your peace. Because you know why? Because I've already been harassed enough. I've already went through your bullshit. So you deserve the rest of the, what do they call, the way it is. I've got to, you know, like if I can't have satisfaction like this, then I don't care. It's going to keep going like this. You're going to keep harassing me. You're going to do what you want to do, and then that's fine. It's fine. I can keep going too. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. And you fucking clowns, you can keep making me outraged. And then you can keep feeling bad. You can keep feeling like, oh, he's mad at us. He's something. He's all pissed off. He's something else. And you know what? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I don't care if you don't give a fuck, and I don't care to give a fuck. And so sorry, guys. I wish everyone the best, and this is not the best. So I'm sorry you joined in.